Yo, 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 yo. We want to welcome everybody to another great episode. This is Rockstar. I'm the host of the popular new podcast at my mama's house. Hold on, I hear reverb. Y'all hear reverb?
I did hear a little reverb.
Yeah, let me cut it off. I'm gonna take my Bluetooth off. Y'all good? Yeah, that shit bad.
Yeah, yeah. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit that notifications
Mic
bell.
check, mic check, 1, 2.
Yeah, yeah. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Mic check, 1, 2.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah,
Sound distorted.
hey, through the chop, baby. Through the chop.
You want to talk
DJ
about?
Screw, June 27th.
What's that, yo? that boy promoted a whole mixtape with the Screw. Goddamn. Oh shit!
Gotta get it in.
Shit.
My check.
Yeah.
I hope you recorded that.
Yeah, nigga, we live.
I hope you recorded that.
It ain't it.
I'm still trying to fix my light.
Check. My check.
Still the same.
You sound like a Screw tape.
You definitely sound like a screw tape. Sound like T-Pain with a screw on it.
Nah, you sound like their first Screw tape.
Oh, that first one.
Wait, the amazement on his face right now says it all, though.
Right. Hey, everybody out there, make sure you like, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you can watch the hottest podcast in the house at my mama's house. Monday and
We gonna
Wednesday night.
start on the road to 1,000, baby.
He said, hold on.
No, sir. Maybe go out and come back in, Rock. Maybe we all go out or something.
My check.
Oh, that sounds a little better.
That sound better.
That sound better.
That sound better.
That sound it.
My check.
It's a delay though. You sound clear.
My check.
Yeah, so we have a few little technical difficulties, but we're gonna have a good show tonight.
Absolutely.
My check.
You sound like you're back on.
We got you.
Yeah, we got you.
My check.
Yep.
Good.
Good.
Do it again.
Okay, got you.
Do it again.
Do it again. Yeah.
Okay, got you. All right, my apologies, man. So once again, man, I'd like to thank my team for holding me down. Once again, welcome back to my name is Rockstar, my host of the popular new podcast.
A little distance.
I'm echoing like a motherfucker.
Is it your earbuds or what are you? What's your audio going through? What's your audio going through?
Nah.
All my tech people
far away.
All my tech people troubleshooting the chat. All my tech people. You know what's going on? We got an audio situation here. So
hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on, fam. Hold on.
We good. We good. We hold it. We standing by. We standing by. It's Monday. You know.
Mic check.
You sound clear,
Sound good.
but I do hear what you.
How you sounding on your end though? Like you clear to us. How you sounding on your end?
It
Yeah.
seems like I'm delayed.
It sounds clear on ours.
Hold on, y'all be mute for a minute. Hold on, mute for a minute, because if it's delaying, then y'all talking not helping. Hold on, just mute for a minute, just a second. Delay, I'm so delayed, bro. Mic check. Ooh. They say I sound good. Oh, this shit's creepy, bro, because I'm only hearing myself after I done said it 5 seconds later.
Yep, you see it right there. You know, make sure you like, subscribe, notification, hit the notification bell.
Absolutely, absolutely. Comment, like, subscribe. We need that, y'all. Please.
Yeah. We need
We
that.
on the road, man, to 1,000.
We
First
growing.
step, man. Let's get up to 1,000 subscribers, man. Run the numbers up, baby.
Yeah, let's get up to 1,000 subscribers by the end of the week. Let's just do that. Let's just do that. That's an easy fix. You know, let's do that. At my mama's house, like, subscribe. We talk about a lot of good topics. We want to get on the show, hit up the host, Rock. Let's talk about it, discuss it. It's a safe space, you know.
Yeah, absolutely.
No, it ain't, because we're going to get on
a
your
text
ass.
right now.
It ain't a safe space.
I'm sending Rock a text right now to let him know. I was having some mic issues. I couldn't hear y'all at first, but I shut my whole system down and then came back in, and it kind of rebooted itself.
Yeah,
So you
that's
think
I
it's
was able to get to
you
y'all.
think it's the link? You think it's the link for this one? You just got to redo another link for it or something?
maybe.
Because I don't say I was good. You feel me?
I'm good right now. I
I'm
think
Me
surprised
too.
I'm good. I'm in the boondocks with it. You know what I'm saying?
let's just let's just stay on. That way he can jump back on because it looks like it's ticking live right now. So, yeah, man. Sometimes it happens. Technical
Hey
difficulty.
man, y'all go check out that Hugh Wood series 2 on Tubi, man. Go support the boy Candy, man.
Shameless plug, yeah, man. We got a lot of good stuff coming up, man.
Hey, y'all need to tell him to come on with the next round of the Hugh Wood series because I'm stuck. I'm lost in the sauce. I'm ready for what's next. You know what I'm saying? But he want to take
ready,
forever.
man. We ready.
Yeah, I mean, he want to take forever, like 50 Cent in Power. You know.
I'm ready. I'm ready for it too, man. I'm working with the edit. I'm working with the editor right now as we speak.
Okay.
And we just now are like putting all the little puzzle pieces in place and saying, "Oh, okay." So you know,
y'all comment. Make Yogi a stage hand. Y'all comment that.
Yeah, put it in the comments. Put it in the comments. If you guys are in the Houston area, maybe we can get you guys on set behind the scenes and check out what we're doing with Hugh Wood.
Exactly.
Or maybe even be an extra in Hugh Wood. We got a lot of exciting things coming with it. I'm so subdued with Hugh Wood just because once I start talking about it, it's such a exciting beast. You know what I'm saying? So right now, I'm scared to jump on that horse right now because
Mic check 1 2. Mic check 1 2.
I think we're coming back. Make sure you like and subscribe.
Hello?
You in there good,
Yeah,
Rock?
you good?
We can hear you good.
We can hear you good.
But I need one person to talk though. Everybody mute your mic except King.
Hey, check it. Check.
I need everybody to mute your mic except King. I need to only hear King talking.
I'm right here. Check 1. Check 1. Check 1.
Damn. Hold on.
Still echoing.
Mic check 1 2.
Clear on our end.
I check 1 2.
Clear.
Good.
Not clear.
For real.
For real.
Damn. This is fucked up. Hold on. It happens to the best of us, y'all. Hold on.
Hey, you might want to rhyme. That distortion is crazy.
What about them?
No, it's not the same.
Hold on. Let me go to my audio.
You in a hotel?
Nah, I'm in a studio.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There's something
here. Hold on. Like that.
No.
What now?
Say it again.
Mic check.
Yeah.
We're good.
Yeah. That's clean.
You sure?
Sure. You got like a natural room echo, but you good.
Okay, gotcha. Okay. Y'all sure? Everybody good?
Yeah, you sound great.
Quality? Woo! Once again, it's your boy Rockstar. We want to welcome you to the host of the popular new podcast, In My Mama's House, in Rock's House. And as usual, I come to you humbly out of respect for life and life itself. Before we get started, look to the back. Make sure you go to Tubi, Amazon Prime, and check out my boy, new series, Hewwood, Howwood. You know what I'm talking about?
Hell yeah.
Other than that, make sure you like and subscribe. You know what I'm talking about? Let's go. All right, y'all. What's up, man? What's good, fam? We good? We right?
That's live. Yeah.
About time, nigga. Shit. We was worried about you, my boy. God damn. We trying to get you.
Woo.
Back was on the rope. His back was on the ropes.
Man, my Ali.
How y'all living out there, YouTube land? Hey, man, like, subscribe, comment, do all that, man. We on the road to a rack, man. Let's get this bitch up at least to the rack, and we can worry about everything else from there, man. You hear me? We gonna keep this bitch rolling, goddamn.
We done lost about 13 minutes, so we're gonna go and get into the icebreaker, y'all. Mute your mics. Hey, I mean, this shit ain't funny, but this shit funny.
Hey, when you first cut the video on, I was like, whoa, what's that?
That part.
Oh
man. Yeah.
Wild out in the streets. It's wild out in the streets.
I'm talking about snatch that shit smooth off.
Yeah.
Hit it.
Thank you, Nick. Look at my team. Let me put my team. Man, we got team that's outside. We got the camera crew. We want to give a shout out to Nick. She's a part of the camera crew. You know what I'm telling you?
Big shout out. Yes.
Hey, Nikki, stop rushing Yogi. I'll get it to you.
Shout out to Nikki, man. She part of the camera crew. Look at her working, man, behind the scenes.
Wow.
Say we can't. We have no choice but to blow up, Kenfolk.
Too much support. It's too much.
She gonna do herself. You know how she get down. She gonna make herself.
You know what I'm talking about? Shit, that mean that's another check to cut. Fuck shit.
Hey,
we gonna want that shit expeditiously, my boy.
There's gonna be plenty of it. It's plenty of it.
Oh shit! Look, we can only cut so many checks.
There's gonna be plenty of it. MC Hammer, there's gonna be plenty.
Shit, man. All right, so we're gonna get it popping, man. We done wasted 14 minutes, man. We want to make sure we get the people in, man. So we're gonna go and give flowers today, y'all. So let me do the flowers, man. Again, this is my part of my show where for those that are new to the show, we just feel like since we always quick to give constructive criticism, which is what we do, but on a respectable level, we thought that it's only right to make sure we give people their flowers and their accolades for their accomplishments and their contributions to society and the community service that they do. All right, so here we go. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to them. I had them up. All right, can y'all see that? All right, so the person that I want to give the flowers today is Philip Emeagwali. He is the black man that invented the internet. Without him, the internet could not exist. All right. Philip Emeagwali is a Nigerian American computer scientist known for his groundbreaking work in high performance computing and his contributions to the development of the internet. His most significant accomplishment is the development of a massively parallel supercomputer, which involved programming over 65,000 processors to achieve a then record speed of 3.1 billion calculations per second. This work earned him the Gordon Bell Prize in 1989, often referred to as the Nobel Prize for computation. Emeagwali's most notable achievement was the development of a massively parallel supercomputer that we forementioned already. He was also awarded that in 1989, and he's also considered the father of the internet, which is his nickname, and rightfully so. His computational techniques has also had a significant impact on the oil industry and enabling more efficient and accurate simulations of oil and gas reservoirs. He also has cited the structure of a honeycomb as inspiration for his work on parallel processing, observing how bees collaborate and communicate efficiently with the hive, further proving that the black man, with its deep connection with nature, is definitely the key to how we have evolved and took in nature and transported and transformed it into everyday living sciences. All right. He's also an advocate for science and technology education, particularly in developing countries, including his. So once again, y'all, we want to give a shout out to Philip Emeagwali. He is the black man who invented the internet.
Sure.
Let's give him his small flowers, baby. So here we are, man. Just think, bro. We here today and we able to do what we do because of this man. That's crazy work, bro.
Yeah. Yeah.
King.
Yeah.
Talk to us.
Yeah. I mean, that's amazing. I mean, bless up. But I didn't know. I kind of heard the story before, but didn't know exactly who. And now to see a face to it, that's amazing. I don't really want to say it's crazy because it's cool. It's crazy stuff you find out, crazy stuff that you find out that you didn't know. Mm-hmm. But not surprising, like, you know, when you think about the golden ages throughout history, most of the golden ages was brought on by melanated people, a melanated person. You know, the Renaissance and the 18th dynasty in Egypt. You know, just the whole construction of the way things were built, aquifers, and then they also had like this little computer kind of box thing that they deciphered from the ancient times. So, man, that's what I'm saying. These kids, like, you know, you got some DNA in you. If you just take your time and let it develop and read a little bit, you never know what you're gonna end up like. Look at this. This is crazy. You know, that's crazy.
Facts. Anybody else want to speak on that before we go to the next subject?
You got on mute, Quality.
My bad. I want to piggyback off what King said, man. For the younger generation, man, this is a tremendous type of person that you can look at and see that it's possible that you can make it, man. You can do those things that you got in your mind and all of that. You know, what you strive to be or what you set yourself to want to get out there and do. You can do that, man. You just got to have that go to you. And don't always wait for knowledge. Go and get it. You know, it's so many ways. And he just gave you one of the more prolific ways to do it right now, right here on this little box we messing with. I'm a little stranger to it, so I kind of understand how it go, but I can't lie. Each day I get a little better, and I'm proud of myself for it. And so with those young people that are already probably 10 times way ahead of me already. So just keep going, man. Keep striving. Be the best you can be.
Facts. Yeah, and I want to add to it too, man. It further proves my point when I talk about, you know, the fact, and when I say this, I want to defend myself and know that I'm backed up by people like Louis Farrakhan, David Banner, and other people who have committed so much sacrifice to the empowerment of Black people. We not just basketball players, bro. We not just fucking athletes. Like, god damn.
Yeah.
Not just rappers, dog. Like, you know what I mean? We so much more than that. We're that, but we're so much more than that, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, and you talking to somebody who's an artist, but even still, I would never limit myself to just being an artist. No, I value my knowledge. I value knowing something up here. I value knowing my history. I'm bigger than a goddamn rap verse, bro.
Bars.
Like the fuck, bro. Like, man, I ain't finna let nobody limit me to a rap verse or a jump shot. Think about how fucked up that sound. You gonna limit me to that? Like, yeah, you're great at this, but you ain't shit after that.
No.
Nah, dog. That's disrespectful to me, bro. I ain't gonna let nobody limit me to no rap verse, no jump shot, no. Nah, dog.
Yeah. I'm glad you said that. Just to piggyback off of both of y'all, but really off of quality. When you're saying like go out and go get it, you gotta make. Like I had that conversation today with some young men about being proactive. You know, like you stop being so reactive. And to bless their heart, they think the reactive part is like, hey, I'm being a stand-up young man. I'm being respectful. I'm listening to my elders. Da 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 da. But when you asking them questions, it's like somebody always giving them something, but they never say what they feel, what they want. I say, did you ask them anything? Because it's like about looking for a job. I said, did you ask them what kind of job this was?
Yeah.
Because they just coming at me with just minimal information, and I'm like, that's not really how a conversation plays out. I said, I wasn't there, but that's not how. I said, I think you need to be more proactive. You're being reactive. You're letting things happen. You're not making things happen. That was a real conversation we had today. So when you said that quality about go get, that's the part that I think these youngsters don't get.
Yeah.
And proactive, you will make mistakes. You're not gonna be perfect because you're not fucking perfect.
Facts. Man, that was deep. So for everybody out there, the youngsters and all that, Look, we're not trying to tell you don't play sports. We're not trying to tell you don't rap, don't sing. We're not trying to tell you don't pursue your career. We're not trying to tell you don't be that actor or that actress. But what we are saying is that don't ever just limit yourself at that because you so much more than that.
Way
You
more.
way more than that, man.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? Don't put a ceiling on your own roof. Like, can you? That's like building a house, but you put your ceiling shorter than you. The fuck? Nah, dog. You build that ceiling as high as you can.
Yeah, building the ceiling first. Ain't even building the ceiling first. Oh, that
Yeah.
ain't.
Ain't
Oh,
gonna work.
that ain't me. That ain't me, dog. That ain't me. How you know? You ain't tried it.
You ain't tried it.
You
Yeah.
ain't tried it. You know, it goes back to again to what my grandpa asked me one day because he seen I liked the rapping and he one time he looked at me, man. You know, my grandpa was so hard on me, but I thought he was hard on, but he'd say, "What you want to be when you grow up?" I said, "A rapper." He say, "Okay, what else?" I said, "Rapper." Couldn't think of nothing else. He say, "Look, man." He say he say until you get paid for that shit, until you can make a living off this shit a hobby, nigga. You better find a backup plan. Boy, that boy hit me like a ton of bro. He hurt my feelings.
Mhm.
Hell yeah, it does.
When you're a kid, who you act more like? Your mom. I mean, you coming from under a titty. You come out of coochie, so you're gonna be emotional.
Yeah.
We start off like let's be real. We start off acting like our mom. We come from emotion. You know what I'm saying? We growing up who we under the most of the time, mom. And so, you know, he also helped me break out of that knowledge. But as I got grown, older, I was like, yeah, shit, fuck that shit. Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. So King went out. King gonna come back in a second, y'all. But yeah, man. So and to all y'all watching out there, let's not get it twisted. You got Mr. Nate here. He got a post of his son behind him. He plays sports. So we're not telling you, you know, kill your dreams.
Yeah.
You know, we got this man in the middle, King. He got a whole series on major TV networks. We're not telling you to quit your dream.
No.
Never.
Got a whole rap career behind me.
Yep.
He acting it behind me.
Yep.
And I got 2 records I'm gonna drop in the next 2 weeks. I ain't saying quit, but what I'm saying is know your value. Understand that you are worth more than just your technical. You
Yeah.
worth more than that. You know what I'm saying? Don't ever starve. Don't starve yourself out for a dream. You know what I mean? You know, because at the end of the day, you know, one thing I ain't never ever subscribed to or been a fan of was being a starving artist. The fuck?
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, I'm an artiste. I don't want to be a starving artist.
Right. Been there. Felt that. No.
Fucked up.
That's
I'm
not
a
something you want.
hustler first. I swear for God. Shit, you got me fucked up. Starving? Nah, I'm an artist. I ain't a starving artist. You got me. Shit, nah, I ain't. Don't put starving on that shit. I ain't feeling it.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot of them about to fall off though, because they
Yeah.
have to see the hard work.
Yeah,
The celebrityism is dead.
yeah.
And if you're going for that, the crowd gonna eat you up before you even get there. So then they're gonna see, oh, this is hard work. I gotta really like doing this. I gotta really like getting on stage. You know, yeah. You're gonna really like these songs now.
Yeah.
Facts. All right, so we're gonna go into the next topic, y'all. Let's see what we got here.
Yeah,
All right.
you like and subscribe.
For sure. Yeah, like and subscribe, man. Click that button. Click clap.
And comments are always welcome.
For sure. All right, mute your mics. Okay, so for those that are not aware or know who Madonna is a legendary singer. She was one of the most popular artists in the world in the 80s. She has major hits like Vogue, which is one of the big ones, which is definitely the LGBTQRSTUVWXYZ's anthem. Well, in the midst of her aging and her career, she invented several African American kids. She adopted. And let's just say they're coming out very interesting. This is her now 27-year-old, quote unquote, trans son, whose name is Lords Leon. And he's trans, I guess, whatever they deem it. I'm not here to tell nobody what to call themselves. Well, a lot of people have given her flack because they feel like she groomed him and some of the other kids. Madonna herself is she's a very sexually experimentative person. She's who I would call a trisexual. She'll try any damn thing sexually. So.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, I mean, she'll try. She's a trisexual. She'll try just about anything and probably have. She's also in her 60s and actually had a 20-year-old boyfriend, which is, again, I'm not knocking. He's an adult, so I'm just laying down the context. So with that being said, the question I have, and I'll start with quality, is would you consider this a form of grooming a child?
Okay, wait, I got one question though before we go there. Let me ask you, did you say she had a 20-year-old boyfriend?
Yeah. In her 60s.
Wow. And it's public, right?
Yeah. And none of the feminists gave her any flack. They actually
because I'm actually wondering, had that been twisted around and it was a man with a 20-year-old girl, then I mean we damn near killed Shannon Sharp for this now. Okay, I'm sorry, I went off topic. Let's go back.
No, you didn't. No, it's facts. They ate Shannon Sharp up.
They killed him. They killed the man.
Killed him.
But all right. But I kind of do. I do see this as kind of like grooming, and the reason why I don't have a problem with any way that a person be. You know, what you decide to be is on you. Don't get me wrong. I don't have to like it, but I also don't have to. I guess deal with it. It ain't my situation. So, and ultimately, it's that person to do what they want to do. But to somewhat coerce your child or someone else to be this way is somewhat, to me, not right. I don't think that's the way to go. And kids are so easily influenced at this particular age when they're younger or what they see. It's amazing how this little box that we on right now, so many people are influenced by it. It's a small box with a bunch of little stuff on it, but everything that's on it ain't always accurate. So to be influenced by something that you're not even necessarily seeing or experiencing within yourself or something like that, I don't know how that's the case, but it is very easily done. I also think of it as, I don't want to say this, but well, I am going to say it, but I don't want to say that children are this way, but it's a weak mind. It's a weak mind. It's like your mind is weak. Therefore, it's easier to influence you to do certain things. When you're strong-minded and you teach yours to be strong-minded, I bet it's a whole lot harder. I know for me, it's way harder. You can't just tell me some shit. I got to go see it. I got to go witness it, experience it, read up on it. I got to do tons of shit just to figure out, all right, well, these are the pros and cons to it. That's my way.
Okay. King, what's your take on it?
Yeah, so I mean, I come from the era where I was old enough to know when Madonna was hot. You know what I'm saying? When she was, everybody, whether you was heterosexual or gay, was feeling her.
Yeah.
You know, there was a time. And yes, she was kind of like a sex symbol. And I think with this ageism thing, and she got the booty implants, she kind of went to a different level. And I don't think her team was like kind of reading the room of like, hey, you know, but again, this is Madonna. She's always been bizarre. Always been bizarre. So when she adopted those kids a long time ago, we knew what was gonna go down. Just didn't know which flavor you was gonna get. We didn't know we was gonna get a transformer. But that's what we got. No offense to yours, whoever you want to be with, no offense if you want to be trans, go LGBT, CompTIA exam, whatever you want to be. That's cool. But I think when it comes to these kids, and just understanding like what I read about or see about like how hard it is to adopt kids in America, how hard it is to adopt kids and all the things you got to do, it's kind of like, I don't know, the alternative lifestyle can be crazy, but at the same time, it's like, man, I don't know what else we would expect from it. And as soon as I saw the whole like dancing and doing that, it's like, that has to be a boy in those clothing, because usually a full-on like girl that even is into going to drag shows, they don't usually do those dances. They usually go there and watch. They don't usually do those. It's usually the dude it's usually the transformer that's doing that. So I was just kind of like, that's Madonna's kid. Makes sense. Ain't really too surprising on that one, you know.
Yeah.
I just think we just need to like really kind of like vet it and make it seem like with the adoption thing. I mean, why did you go get some African kids? That's a whole conversation. Like, what's that about? You know, what was they exposed to as a young age? Because knowing her lifestyle, like, you know. But again, in Madonna's heyday, 80s, early 90s, she did do some iconic things that made you feel like it was okay for her to come to the cookout. You know, there were some things she did with the Black Jesus video. You know, nobody ever did that nobody ever did that in the white world. So,
yeah, that's facts.
So, Madonna's crazy, y'all. That's all we gotta say. So.
That's all we can say. She's crazy.
You know, it's amazing to me how it's so easy to make a mistake and lose your kids to CPS, but then things like this can happen and CPS doesn't turn a blind eye.
That's what I was tap dancing on.
You know what I mean?
Right there.
Like, I was lightly tap dancing.
So it's crazy because like one thing I know about children is that they're very experimental because they don't know nothing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
So that makes them very, very influenceable, right? So, which means that the development of their character is pretty much at your mercy. You could train them to be whatever you want them to be.
That's how influenceable they are.
So it doesn't surprise me when somebody decides to form and shape a kid's personality, even if it means accepting what they may be experimenting with, I still have to hold you negatively accountable because you didn't take the strides to stop that and say no. Right? Like, for example, little boys. Little boys don't know no better. they want to play with everything.
Everything.
Anything. So if they see a boy toy, a Barbie doll, or they don't give a damn. I just want to play with it. I want to tear it up. But what do? No, you don't play with it.
No.
Or no, don't play. This is not for you.
Let's go do something else.
So it's like we're getting to the point to where we're really playing a dangerous game when it comes to what we allow our kids to do and what we don't allow our kids to do. And this is the exact reason why laws exist, because it just goes to prove you that some people never really grow up. Man. Let alone be able to parent somebody else when they can't even parent their own selves.
Exactly. Because even the playing with the action heroes and the dolls in our time was like, that still was a temporary thing. When my uncles were like, "Hey, get out there in that garage and pick that up, get that or something, pick a wrench up, something."
Yeah.
To where you gotta go and mold where it's going on, and they'll say, "Oh, you're trying to gender control someone." I'm like, nah, nobody, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. Like, I understand why a girl would wear a dress. And I can see why, in some cultures a dude would wear a kilt or a dress. I can see why.
Some cultures.
I can see the accent, whatever. But I can also see why we wear trousers over here on the western side of the world. I can see why we do that. There's just things that's more so like you want to give that child the most fighting chance they can to do whatever. And guess what? Parents? The child part is shorter than the rest of the life part. Like, they're going to be adult longer than they're a child. So they get to, let them choose over there about that whole thing, Dwayne Wade. Let them choose later on. Let him go through that humility that he thought he was going to go through, because the boy really probably was just gay, funny bunny, but he wanted to act like he's a girl so he can be okay to like boys. Because he probably just like boys.
I honestly, you know what? I'm glad you brought him up. I honestly think that they groomed him. I think
that's what the grooming. I gotta say, I think we need to kind of change the grooming word, because people take it away. As soon as they can take away that it's not somebody physically having a program for them to do it, it's not grooming no more. But I feel like if you don't say nothing and you got multiple type of relationships going around your kid, like you got man on man, woman on woman, couple relationships, whatever it is, they see that. And they gonna match that, just like they trying to match mama and daddy. Like my son,
that's who they want to be like.
Like my son right now, when he watch Transylvania cartoon and the dad, the Dracula dad on there, he's like, "Dad, that's you." I'm like, okay, he's correlating. What's what? So how can I say they're not correlating the other stuff? That just you're watching a good series and then all of a sudden 2 niggas kissing. And you're like, oh, damn, let me take the kids eat pizza. Let me change it real quick. And it's not because you're mad at what those people are doing. It's just more so like, hey, I don't want the child to be exposed to that. I can handle it. I'm not worried.
You know what's crazy about it? This was what's crazy about it. What, to me, the reason why I'm sticking with the word grooming is because you can't drink till you're 21. You can't fight. You can't go to the army until you're 18.
Correct.
You can't drive till you're 16 and 17 in some states.
Yeah.
But yet
you can do this.
But yet you can let a child determine their sexual orientation or gender. Now,
as early as 12.
Here's the crazy part about equality.
Oh.
Here's the crazy part about it. Now, watch how deep this rabbit hole goes. This is how you know that there's an agenda. I've seen dudes who grew up in a 2-parent home who had both parents were educated, both parents made money, both parents didn't do drugs. They lived the stand-up life all the way around. And them niggas still did it still end up doing some thug shit, sold drugs, did drugs. Right? So here's my point to this. If they gonna go mess around and try different sexual orientations, they gonna do it. If they gonna go do drugs, they gonna do it. If they gonna go, if they want to choose to be a thug, they gonna do it. My whole thing is this: if you're gonna do it, you will never be able to fix your goddamn mouth to say you did it on my watch or with my goddamn permission. What's so hard about that? Like, why I gotta accept this shit while you under my roof and I'm paying for your motherfucking bills? I'm paying for you to live, nigga. I'm buying the drawers on your ass. I'm buying the panties on your ass. Why I gotta? When did the child become the head of the household?
When they gave him that number to call and say, hey, my child, my parents are being mean to me. I'm overstimulated. Can you talk to my parents? When they gave him that voice right there, that's when that happened because, hey, they used to didn't have a voice. Hey, kids go in the room and shut up.
Rich, I think it was, I wouldn't say then because we still could beat their ass. Now, I think it started after we stopped being able to beat their ass.
Yeah, because that means shit. I mean, I you know, I'm always letting the children have a voice, but goddamn, shut up. Because you know, they don't know what to ask for because it's too much out there. You know what I'm saying? When we was little, we asked for shit. It wasn't nothing but McDonald's and to go outside. That was it. Maybe spend the night at my homeboy house. That was really pushing it. But outside of that, now, oh no. These new kids, I mean, what the fuck?
And look, and that's why it was certain things that I would see when I meet a woman or talk to a woman. If I see a certain interaction with her kids, it would tell me instantly if I'm gonna cut her fucking ass off or not. I swear for God, and I stand on that shit. Like, let's say, like you got a woman who let their kids use their phone. What fuck are you grown? That's your phone. What you doing letting the kid use your grown phone? Man, look, you better ask my kid. What, you can't use my motherfucking phone? It's mine.
Everybody had their own.
Yeah.
But you know,
what I'm talking about for the kids that ain't even old enough to have one.
But these kids.
Yeah, that's
you can use my phone to play games, and if I do let you use to play games, don't make this an everyday thing.
That's what these kids do now, though, dog.
That's the way you want peace. If you want peace, you better let them use that phone.
Yeah,
or give them an iPad.
If you want to taste that motherfucking crab leg good, give them that fucking iPad.
Yes, sir. They're gonna be overstimulated.
But my point is this. When you get to the point to where you let your kids have enough power to be able to dictate whether they have use of your device,
that's parenting.
That's
if you don't have no control on that, that's
just parenting.
That's parenting there. That's just If you haven't had your conversation with your kids, hey, you about to be on this for 15 minutes, and I'm gonna get your ass off. If you haven't said that to your kid, you haven't parented.
Well, let me say this.
Hey, my sister Angela, they used to have to turn on their phones before they go to bed.
Listen, if you ain't never told your child, you got me fucked up, that you missing out. You got to let them know, you got me fucked up. See, off the muscle. I'm saying, all my kids know, hey, you got me fucked up. And they understand what that means. They know that nigga, hey, you got me fucked up. I don't know what you think. You came from me.
I ain't your friend.
Listen, anything that took 3 pumps and a wiggle is not finna run me. That's all it took. 3 pumps and a wiggle, you here. We done. I'm not finna argue with you. I'm not finna argue with you.
No, ain't no arguing.
Ain't no arguing. Last show. No, man. I like saying no.
Man, I let my kids know, hey, this wasn't a love affair. 2 pumps and a wiggle, and you here.
I'm gonna give you another example. Let me call a girl, and it's 11:30, 10:30, on a school night, not hear your kids. Oh, I'm cutting you off.
Oh, they don't put
yeah,
the kids in bed. They
Yeah.
don't do that no more.
I
Oh, they don't
remember
put
them
kids in bed
days.
no more.
Yeah, they let them go to sleep when they want to.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
but I'm
goddamn
saying,
right.
I ain't rocking with you.
Like damn,
They do that.
What? I could delete.
especially when they sound like they in the kitchen. Like
Oh
What?
they,
my God.
it's 10:30. They in the kitchen.
Man,
If
listen.
I told,
What?
I couldn't even tell my mama that. I can't deal with you. I can't. Mama, she still got her kids up in the kitchen. It's
See?
10:30.
I'm trying to tell you.
Who?
I'm trying to tell you. Nah, man.
There
Don't know
he is, Big Yo.
this place. For real, bro. But yeah, so I just don't get it, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I say that's when you know the generation really started taking the turn for the worse when we start trying to be the kids' friends.
See? Can't be the friend.
Oh, I want to respond to Yogi though, real quick.
Yeah.
Hey, Yogi, hey, I'm telling you, I saw your comment. In the 80s and 90s, I'm telling you, Madonna had everybody black, white, in a stronghold. She had niggas in a chokehold. No booty, no booty.
Listen,
Hey,
listen.
booty. Madonna had everybody in a chokehold.
He not lying to you. Bitches had fishnets. They had on the fishnets and the earrings and the color girl, whatever that shit she did, that Suzanne movie. Oh my God, that took over for a whole summer.
He's a baby, y'all. He's a baby. He don't know.
Oh yeah, you don't know nothing.
In the 90s, nah, man, I wasn't seeing nothing. I know who Naomi Campbell and all them is, though, nigga. So don't play me like I don't know who it is. I'm just not fascinated by white women.
Okay.
Hold on.
I
Hold on. Yo.
He lost it.
I'm not a big fan either, but I gotta keep it a bean.
Hey.
She Kinfolk, she was the hottest thing smoking, bro.
Kinfolk.
Madonna did it right now.
White girl out there, bro. The only girl who was
right now. What y'all waiting on?
The only white girl that was hanging with her was a pretty woman.
But her whole backside is shaped like an iron board.
It don't matter.
She can get it right now, yo.
You got a BBL now?
Write it right now. That's Madonna, man.
Listen
like Cardi B.
He was wearing
she stank.
videos.
That what what's his name say? She stank.
Nobody was walking around wearing fishnets with hooks.
Yeah.
And you have to go into the spot.
There was only one other that had the fishnet that distracted us, and her name is Apollonia. For me.
Lord. Yes, sir.
And that was in the movie though.
You niggas old.
Yeah. Man.
We not dead though.
We not dead.
We here.
We was
right
here.
Here.
That's the best era, man. We tell you some real shit.
I'm telling you, man. Apollonia. Oh,
what?
Man. What you talking about?
Man, do you know who?
All I know about Apollonia is when they was comparing them in the woods of vanity, nigga.
Do you know who Jane Kennedy is?
Oh my God!
Sound like a white woman.
No, that's a black woman. That's your heart, son. You don't know nothing.
That's his little heart, man.
Her and Pam Grill. They was the truth.
Grill. Look, man, there's certain names y'all can name I know about, right? But I'm not gonna sit up here and act like I know all these.
No, listen.
Hey,
don't be ashamed. Hey,
and Madonna didn't have no booty. I'm sorry.
No, we never argued that. We never said she had ass.
She didn't, man.
Who was talking about that?
Her blonde hair looked fried, but she still
listen.
Cold.
You never heard. Have you ever heard the term "big pussy white woman"? That's what they talking about. They not worried about no booty.
Yeah,
not worried about none of that.
So the fact that ass was in the front with that pussy.
Hey, that's Madonna, man. Like a virgin, touched for the very first time. So that's Madonna, man.
All right, we're gonna go to the next subject, y'all. Mute your mic.
Mic check.
All right, this is the next subject.
Damien, you know what I'm saying? You don't believe in marriage. I said, nah, I don't. Mm-hmm. Right? Because for me, it's like being in a world where everybody is already trying to be in their own little corners, have their own little thing. how is it for me to say I can be married to you, but I'm seeing you as a beautiful woman, and I'm seeing sorrow in your eyes or hurt in your heart, and I can't confront you to console you. Not that I'm trying to get with you.
Mm-hmm.
So if I'm with her, she's gonna be like, "Who are you looking at? What you doing? Why are you doing that?"
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I kind of paint the picture. I'm very upfront. Everybody that know me, I'm very upfront from hello.
That sounds like some pimp shit. The shit you just said.
Listen,
that sounds like some pimping.
Bro, listen. My father used to say, "You know what, Damon? You know you act like a pimp." And I said, I'm not a pimp. I'm just very upfront. I'm truthful.
Yeah.
Right. And the problem with men now, I mean, you know, the men now don't act like men.
Talk about that.
They don't act like men. Yeah. They do everything else except know their place.
Mm-hmm.
And because they don't know their place, the girl talking back to them.
Mm-hmm.
Girl don't want to be with no cat no more. She don't trust.
Yeah.
So she's on this other side, probably trying to get with the girls now. So I'm gonna try to be with a girl.
Yeah.
But I'm not gonna give this cat, because all he's doing is flexing. You 50, you 40, you 50, you 60. And you sitting there still going out trying to talk to young chicks. Like, nigga, grow up. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That makes no sense to me. And you talking about a person who likes to be free.
Mm-hmm.
You follow me? I like to be free. But anybody that know me will say, nah, he's the most upfront, truthful, straight to the point.
Yeah.
That's why my album was called Straight to the Point. People in 94, when I did my first solo album, I named it Straight to the Point. It had nothing to do with the record.
Mm-hmm.
It had something to do with my personality.
Right.
I'm straight to the point. To me,
for those out there in YouTube land that don't know, that is Damon Hall. He was one of the members of the group Guy. This dude is a super producer. He's a very talented artist. He could sing his butt out. This was on a podcast, and he was basically talking about relationships and how he feels and where he stands. On this one, I want to let one of y'all choose who wants to speak first. Whoever feels like they got the most to say about it or whatever. If you just feel like you want to speak on it first, go ahead. I can go in at any time. Again, I want to try to mix it up. I don't want to always go first. I don't want to always go last. You know, we want to just kind of freestyle. But unfortunately, I'm the host and one of the guest panelists. So I gotta find a way to keep it, you know, more retroactive. You know what I mean? So, but who would like to go first on it? Who would like?
Well, listen, fuck it. I'm gonna shoot out here. Look, man.
We know.
I saw that goddamn podcast with him on there. He had a little too much dip on his goddamn chip. You understand what I'm saying? He had a lot of dip on the chip. He was talking real saucy. But now if he was Aaron or he was Teddy, I could accept that. But he was a background singer. Y'all saw Players Club. He blew. He don't do nothing but spin records. He not DJ Clue. He not DJ Khaled. He just blew. So your brother is super talented and you got a free ride. Now understand that. Now moving on about the women and the marriage. That's just, you know, like I say, I wrote a book, Every Man Need Three Women, talking about that, looking for love, because, you know, the girlfriend stage is a great stage. That's what make you want to marry her. But when she become a wife, she feels she's not your girlfriend no more. I'm your wife. But hey, still be my friend, still be my girlfriend. That's basically what my book's saying. Now, the bottom one, the third woman is the woman you really sexually open with. Because a lot of men not sexually open with their wife like that. Because you don't want her to think you nasty, and she don't want you to know she that nasty. So you usually have that person you go do that with. So that's where the three come in, but that's more on the book. But I'm just saying, if you looking for a wife, you have to be, you know, you have to be what you looking for, you know, what we want, you know, because the eye is the greediest thing on the body. It's not the mouth, it's not nothing, because the eye see it first. The eye is very greedy. It want everything to see. Oh, I want her. Like when we was kids, you remember we played the game, tag, you just pointed shit because you wanted it, that build your appetite up. So men, if you are looking for a woman, you just have to, look for these three qualities: a wife, a girlfriend, and a lover. If you find all three in one of them, you found the good unicorn. But if not, I'm telling you, because once a woman become your wife, she not your girlfriend no more. She don't even understand what that means. I'm your wife, which you still my girlfriend. You just transition to my wife. Meaning Wife from girlfriend mean more responsibility. They don't know that because that's why you get a DBA when you get married because it's all business. You see what I'm saying? You're becoming a business partner now. You're a liability. I'm investment in you. You know, love come around because, you know, guys, we the only people love unconditional. Women don't. They love with a condition. And that's only because women don't love. They don't view respect as love. You know what I'm saying? When a dude say, man, I love that nigga. That's my nigga. That means I respect you. That's what we understand. I know you respect me. Now, a woman could tell you I love you, but she don't respect you because she don't understand that part go with the love. I love you, but you don't respect me because you're not respecting my boundaries. You're doing shit that show me you don't love me. Yes, I do. They don't understand that respect is the big part of love. You know, I went somewhere else, but, you know, I just started off on him, you know. He was just talking about everything and, you know. And he's speaking from a privileged position, too. From being an artist, you have so many women coming at you, you can do that. You know, but a regular guy that's out here looking, we might not have him coming like that.
He wouldn't be talking that same shit if he was a regular nigga.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If he had a regular 9 to 5 out here hustling, busting, and trying to make it, you coming from guy. You easily could say, that fly shit. But on the real tip, I'm just saying more down to earth, hey,
All right, so anybody else want to speak? I want to speak on it, but I don't have to speak on it now. If it's anything anybody want to go and get out, let me know. Go ahead.
I mean, I don't think you're wrong about nothing, nigga. Marriage and shit. So that was the basis of what the clip was all about, right? Is men not wanting to be married, right?
No, it's you take it for what you got from it and make your decision, base on that. It was a long interview, so it was that clip that I found interesting that I thought would be good enough for a conversation topic. And whatever our view is our view on it. So what's your view on based on what you saw?
I'm gonna agree with Rich, man. You know what I'm saying? Rich, I mean, sometimes it's hard to agree with Rich, but Rich be on some shit sometimes, man. First off,
Clockwork writes twice a day.
Hold on, let him speak.
So like Rich say, men love unconditionally, women love with a condition. That's because, man, I feel like as men, we know love is not just something you say; it's an action. You can say you love a motherfucker all day, but then show them other ways that you don't love. Nigga, you don't love me. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like as men, we do that. You know what I'm saying? And I always talk about this, man. It's hard as hell now to find. Me personally, it's hard to find a wife nowadays, man, because this shit's so off course, man. From what me being an older guy, bro. I'm saying old like that, but I got some years on me. I come from a traditional standpoint of marriage. You know what I'm saying? Like the man bring home the bacon, the woman cook it. You know what I'm saying? She makes sure the household clean, make sure the man got food on the table. Not coming from a chauvinistic standpoint, this is just the gender roles that I grew up, you know what I'm saying, looking at and watching. And as time goes on, man, you just see less and less of that shit, man. Like females want a man to bring home the bacon, but they feel like, oh, we can hire a chef to cook it. You know what I'm saying? We can hire a maid to clean up. So, you know what I'm saying? It's just hard nowadays, bro. That's why I'm not going to even lie to you, man. I'm not scared of a lot of things, but marriage is one of them, bro. I'm scared shitless of that word. And it's not the fact that I'm afraid to commit. It's the fact that I'm afraid to commit to the wrong person. You know what I'm saying? And then you stuck in that contract, and it's easy to get in, but hard as fuck to get out of trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
That's my take on it.
All right, I'm going to jump in. I'm going to get in the middle. I watched the interview. I didn't watch all of it, but that particular part is what I took from it. Here's my thoughts on it. A lot of what he said was true. A lot of what he said was right. But the problem is that good information, bad messenger. I don't agree. I'm going to tell you why. Okay, so there was a lot of contradictory statements made when he spoke. Let's just keep it a beat. For one, and this is a representation of every individual situation, but in general, right? and let me say this. Who am I to talk? Because I only been married going on 3 years. My first actual marriage. I mean official marriage, right? And I'm an older guy. But one thing I'm not gonna do, I'm not gonna justify wrong simply because I'm wrong. I'm just using that as an example. I will never be that guy because I hold myself accountable, right? So my point is this. That man got to be in his 70s and you still ain't married. Now, he was married before. He was married to a sweetheart. They had 4 beautiful kids together, right? So why it didn't work out, who knows, right? I get it. Not everybody works out. So I'm not holding that against him. But here's the problem that I have. I agree with almost everything he said, except this. Okay, so I get it, like, marriage is dangerous these days. I know, I get it, right? But me being the type of guy I am, and him being the type of guy he supposedly is and who he was, okay, watch this. You're Damian Hall. Now, I don't agree with Rich on the part about because of his position in the group. Nigga, you still Damian Hall. You that nigga to somebody, right?
Yeah.
But here's my point. How is it you was that nigga and you couldn't find a good woman, nigga? See, that's where you have to ask questions, right? How you that nigga, but you can't find a good woman? You gotta ask that question. When you ask that question, it almost leaves you no choice but to say, nigga, it was you. It was you. Because I might have not been guy, but I've been that nigga before. And guess what? I ain't never had a problem finding a good girl, nigga. I just couldn't do right. I ain't never had a problem finding a good chick. Never. So, Damon Howell, you couldn't find a good woman in our years? Nah, sounds like a little lack of accountability. Maybe you just was fucking up so much and you got old. Look, here's the thing. Some bitches play too long. Some niggas play too long. And then you end up all in the wall. Why we just can't admit that shit? That's what happens to some people, bro. Y'all know them old bitches in the front of the church? Them old hoes. They played too long.
No, now this. Oh Lord.
They was playing too long.
And y'all talk about me. This man that called the women in front of church some old hoes. Bless his heart. He speaks for himself and not the rest of the part. I don't think y'all know old hoes. Y'all might be some old bitches, but I don't think y'all know old hoes. Let me say that out there. I'm gonna just put that like that.
A lot of them is some old hoes.
It's only Monday. It's only Monday.
You see that?
Only Monday.
Let's keep
it real.
What that mean?
That means they was playing too long.
Yeah.
And they got old before somebody saw enough innocence left in them to take them. Come on, y'all. Let's be real. Y'all know we go off innocence, man.
Yogi, can you get Day security of the world? He's handing people to some hoes, man. Can somebody please get Rock? Take his phone. Why you calling church women hoes? That's what I need to know on a Monday. Sunday was yesterday.
Monday.
Yeah, man. What did they do to you, right? What happened, brother?
They didn't do nothing to me.
Okay. I didn't.
Man, a lot of them single women in the church is old hoes with the big ass hats.
Big ass hat. I was about to say.
Hey man.
We're not supposed to say that though.
I'm gonna keep it a bean. I agree with Rock.
Here we go. See?
Hey, bro, and the biggest ones.
Knowledge, you going with them? You going down that rabbit hole with them?
I think it's exactly what Rock saying. I think it's exactly what Rock was saying. I think he sounds like he may have played too long, and because he kept on, because the way he said it, he was like, "Yeah, all of you other niggas 30, 40, 50 in the club still trying to get with you 20." I'm like, it sounds like you're bitter or something's wrong, like that.
Exactly.
Because it's back to piggyback on what Rich said. It is that it's like you have to give up. You have to give up in some sense of like, how many are there? Like that was the pastor told me. It was like, how many is it gonna take, Kane? Like how many is it gonna take? Like I was like, what are you talking about? He talking about ass. He's like, how many pieces of ass you need before you ready? And that was the only question that would hit me. I was like, damn, you're right. Okay, let me think about it. You and then seeing what the dating world is right now, and like Rock was saying, he's 3 years in. I'm 10 years in right now, married happily, good. But at the same time, it's like there was a giving up because I saw this. What the dating world is now, I saw this, 12 years ago. I was like, oh, this is bad. This is gonna be crazy.
And King, let me add to it, right? King, let me add some realistic, true player shit to the context, right? Let me add some real shit in it, right?
Yeah.
Here's the thing. It's one thing to be a player and never commit.
Yeah.
But it's one thing to commit and still be a player. It's a big difference. I'm gonna tell you why. You stand a better chance committing to a woman and still being a player than being a player and never committing to a woman. Because one, don't know woman, no matter what they say, fuck what they talking about, fuck what a female say. They don't want you if don't nobody else want you.
Right.
So what the fuck is Damon talking about? You mean to tell me you could just take one girl, one good woman out of all the good women you meet and say, I'm gonna make your mind. Even though he fucked up with his wife, it still was another good woman ready to back down. So you mean to tell me? So what is it about you, Damien,
that
made it to where you couldn't even find another good woman? You that nigga.
He chasing something. He chasing something he saw his brother did, like Rich said. He chasing something he saw his brother did. He's trying to match.
And it's just a reverse because the women are the same way. Because they're looking for a good man, and a good man right there. It's just a reversal. He's just a man saying the woman's point of view. Because every woman said ain't no good man.
I'm talking about good woman, Rich.
No,
I'm
saying a good woman will tell you where's a good man. But you
but
want a good woman.
Talking about the hoes. A good woman ain't gonna stay there. A good woman just gonna be a good woman, and she gonna attract a nigga that's gonna want to keep.
Yeah, but the majority of the women out here feel like he feel. The majority of the women feel like Damon.
You got two types of niggas. You got one type of nigga who just gonna run, just gonna shit on every good woman he fuck with because he never have no good intentions. And then you got a nigga like me who will fall in love and I'll marry a motherfucker.
I'm like you, Rock. I'm just not married. Hey yo, but is it safe to say though? Because like I caught the comment about the 40, 50, 60-year-olds in the club, right? Yeah. And like, is it safe to say, nigga, how you dressing like you one of them niggas in the club?
You one of them niggas.
That's why I said that.
Me and Key was saying that he telling on himself.
He telling on himself.
Tell on themselves every time.
Well, you gotta realize,
like the glasses, the drip, all that. You look like one of them young niggas in the club trying to get the young hoes, like you talking about. So
you probably at a kitty party.
Your country, baby all did it.
Ain't nothing wrong with a Diddy party. I'm just saying.
Rich, have fun at that, Rich. That's you by yourself, partner.
I still don't know nothing he done. I'm just saying. But look, Damon, the thing about it is, if you 50, 60, whatever age you say, and you in a club where there are 20-year-olds or 30-year-olds, you tripping with yourself because they do have age appropriate venues if you want to get out and you are a certain age. You know what I'm saying? You don't go to the rap concert, you go to the jazz fest. You see what I'm saying? You go to the blues fest. You know what I'm saying?
Earth, Wind, and Fire concert, nigga.
Hey, that's where they at. And it's Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm telling you, all the elements.
You may want to skip Coachella.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because that's you're not gonna get what you know. So my thing about it is, like I say, when you looking for something, you looking for it and you'll find it because you're looking for it. But
it ain't you know what, Rich, it's like this. Let's just keep it a bean, bro.
That's true.
Let's keep it a bean. If a man want a good woman, he'll find a good woman.
Yeah, exactly. Yep, 100.
Let's just keep it a bean. If a man want a good woman, he will find her. Not look for her, he will find. Like you walk out the store and you just fuck around and find $100 bill on the ground. If you want a good woman, man, she's going, because women are out here, good women are out here looking for a good man. There ain't even enough of us.
Hey, right.
But they so fucked up though.
Hey, look,
they're fucked up.
We're having two different conversations, Rich. You're talking about the hoes. I'm talking about good women.
Hey, Rock, I got him. Rock, I got him. You want to find a good woman? Stay away from the club. Go to Target, HEB. Stay away from Walmart. Walmart got the ratchet.
Oh, yeah, don't go to Walmart.
Big bro, you know? Yeah.
The museum.
You feel me?
Yeah.
Stay away from the club, man.
Get away from the club.
That's it. That's all.
Do you really know what your wife look like? What you want out of a woman? Do you really? So I'm saying, so when we saying this, you making these decisions. How are you making with these decisions? I'm saying, is it a time thing?
Impossible.
Is it a time thing because she been around? Is it because y'all had kids? Is it because you love her? What is the factor with the man?
Man,
I'm just saying, what is it?
What is it?
You
as a man, you gonna know.
You a man.
You gonna know.
Rich,
huh?
Rich. It's the same feeling you feel when you got that partner you lock in, like a dude, like a partner you lock in. Like you, I know I could do business with Rock. I know I probably could do business with several of you dudes. I know I could. Like I know if something went down, like if I got a flat tire at 3 a.m. and the only numbers I had was y'all's 5 numbers.
I'm coming.
I know I could call, and either you're gonna curse me out, but you still gonna figure out a way for me to get back home.
I'm gonna cuss you out, but then I'm still coming. I'm gonna be on the way cussing you out. God damn, fam.
Like you gonna know that about your gal, like for real. Like me, like man, I was out here. I had long hair, curly.
How about 3 of them you feel that way about?
I was in a rock.
How about if you feel that way about 3?
Well, King, I got this. Hold on, King, I got this.
Give me my 3. She give me my 3, bro.
He got his unicorn. He got his unicorn, Rich.
I did.
Okay.
I do got my unicorn. I do.
This is my answer for that, Rich. I tell guys this all the time, and this is why I hold men accountable. I'm not saying you're not gonna cheat. I get it. It can still happen, even if your mindset is truly if your mindset is truly to just be with that woman, sleep with that woman. Mm-hmm. But what I will say, if you unequivocally know in your heart of hearts that you ain't gonna even try not to sleep around on this woman, man, find you a woman that accept your lifestyle.
Yep.
There are women out here. If a woman out here would knowingly sleep with a married man, so why? So if a married man can go up to a bitch and say, "I'm married," what it do? Then be that G, be that player, and say that shit. That's why all that shit that Damon and I was talking, I was reading all around that shit. Nigga, you telling on yourself. You ain't playing like you think you is, nigga. Yeah. You talking that player shit, but you really far from it. You really a sucker.
So you saying it was big cap, some bro.
It was big cap. You can hear it. I'm sitting there looking at the video like, dude, you capping, you front, you really a simp. I'm gonna be honest with you. He really a sucker for love. He really a sucker. He really don't know how to keep from being a sucker for a hoe. He a sucker. See, a sucker fall for hoes. Remember, I don't fall for hoes. I fall for fake good girls. He fall for hoes.
Yeah.
And the reason he keep finding them hoes is because he's in the same clubs that he's talking about everybody else being in, bro.
See, he the nigga that go to the strip club and he believe everything the damn bitch tell him.
And don't get no chicken wings.
And you know what? He might not. And I'm gonna say something crazy. He might not believe it, but he gonna act like he believe it to get whatever he want to get from her. And you know what I'm saying?
Rich,
he told on himself. He believe it.
There ain't no guarantee. There ain't no guarantee on that cheating shit. Anybody liable to cheat, bro.
Yeah.
It don't even matter.
Cheat, but now is how you look at cheating.
And
you know what I'm saying? Is how you look at it. You know.
Be honest. If you be honest with your mate, be honest with your mate. That's like the woman probably want to be them loyal to you. She probably gonna figure out how that's gonna happen. So hey, to each his own. You know, that's what the marriage is about. It is a business. The love part, you can make that be however you want that shit to be. That ain't got shit to do with marriage. It's a business partnership with somebody that you know and you could grow your life and they could grow their life as well. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. As far as the cheating thing, that's a whole other motherfucking chapter and book.
Because cheating is defined by what two people didn't agree to or what two people agreed on and one broke that contract.
Yeah, the boundary.
It's boundaries.
And you're a dumbass if you think it's just about fucking.
Exactly.
Nah, that ain't what
cheating
it's about.
comes in many different forms, man.
Many different forms. Many different forms.
Business.
Yeah, so yeah, he told on himself. He really, it's like you can tell he trying to talk like he that dude. Okay, I'm gonna give an example. Even a pimp will relationship his hoe for as long as he can. Mm-hmm. So if a pimp understands the importance of a relationship long term, why can't a nigga with a woman looking for a woman do that?
Exactly.
Because the pimp called his main bitch.
An old pimp right now got a hoe who was his hoe for 30 years and she retired. They just told him. She outlasted all the other hoes.
Okay, let me help you out.
If a pimp understands commitment, even a pimp understands commitment.
Can I close this Damon shit out? Let me help you out.
Go ahead.
This is what y'all missing. I'm finna help you fellas out because I'm a little older. Aaron, his brother, is a motherfucker. When I mean a motherfucker, I didn't heard the stories. I be watching him. That nigga will come in and point at a bitch and if it's your bitch, he gonna fuck your bitch in front of you and make you look at him. He was on some power trip shit. So what you're seeing is his little brother. Because his big brother running through these holes and dropping them down to little brother, and little brother is sitting there consoling like, man, this is a good gal. My brother and them just ran through it. He probably trying to gal these bitches. And his big brother and them running through him because they got. Because that's Aaron right there. I mean, shoot, that nigga don't give a fuck. He was going through them raising dogs. I'm telling you, this is just some facts. Exactly. And his little brother catching the bottoms and like, damn, this is a bad bitch. This nigga treating her like this. Man, this could be a good gal, but his brother like, man, you tripping these hoes for everybody. And that's where he at. And he feeling, and that's what you're looking at.
That he can't prove true.
Hey, look. But look though, Rock, I'm gonna tell you where it makes sense at.
Which one that he don't fucking know that shit.
Rock, peep though. Oh man, look, Rock, you gotta peep. The man said up in the clip, if you see a woman that's done, you know what I'm saying, the consultant, he did say that shit in that clip.
I'm not telling you nothing. Listen, player, I think from the left side and the right side of my brain. So I'm just thinking that, because I'm telling you, I done been on tour with niggas and the bitches, they run through and throw the little trash down. We were happy to get them old hookers, you know? I'm telling you. Listen, man.
But look,
I'm just telling you.
I'm glad you said that. Further proof,
you know,
he's a simp. He a sucker.
We're not saying he not.
See, well, hold on. See how happy.
That's why he's taking his brother's leftovers. That's
happy to get the leftovers.
He was
got some stories to tell, boy.
He was in
I wasn't tripping. I was not tripping, man. Cause that's not my girl. I'm just trying to get my little Johnson with get out the way.
But that dude there, man, he wasn't even looking for no woman.
I used to get woman just on the fact that I looked at like one of Bone Thugs and all.
See,
yeah.
Do you know how insane this is to be able to say that I actually was able to pull a woman simply because I looked at like a nigga that wasn't even me. I wasn't even a rap star. I looked at like this nigga.
You look like an old busy bone ass nigga too.
And got play.
Hell yeah.
Shit crazy, bro.
Boom, boom, boom.
That dude ain't looking for no woman, y'all.
Oh,
man, y'all need to see you playing with this dude.
Hold on, let me
He ain't looking for no woman. He
You
ain't looking for nothing.
And y'all, and if y'all do a little, if y'all do
was all for clout, what you call
if
that?
you do a little research, you'll find out that his brother took one of his gals too. His brother got a baby. His brother got a baby. His brother got a baby by he took that nigga. His little brother gal. His big brother did. That's a fact. That happened.
Hold on.
Is either his baby mama or somebody who married you.
Aaron gonna be a G body tonight. Okay, I remember this right. Me and my cousin, we was on the southwest side of Houston at the time, right? And so it was this fine chick from Louisiana, boy. I'm talking about stone cold, cornbread fed, nigga, what bad. I was hollering at her. She was, she was liking me, you know what I'm saying? We even kissed a little and everything and all that shit. Kissing was a little safer back then.
Yeah.
But anyway. So next thing you know, now we was in them streets. And so now my brother, he's really my brother. He's my cousin. And next thing you know, about a week later, he linking up every day, me and her. Huddling all that on the steps to 1 in the morning. Nigga. Now I was doing all that shit, never even got, I was never the aggressive guy. Right? The girl had to just take it from me. I never was like, give me that shit. You know what I'm saying? I was never that, right? I was a chill. Nigga, not my cousin.
See?
My cousin was on the prowl. He was a roaring lion. Well, anyway, nigga, a week and a half later, I'm on the block. I wonder where my goddamn cousin at. Nigga, that nigga, hey, he done come out the house, he sweating and shit. What's up, kid, folks?
It hurt.
He knocked that bitch down. I was like, and I was hurt like a bitch. For 2 days, nigga. But what I'm saying is the Jimmy, I bounced back from that shit, nigga. That's my brother. Nigga, gotta let her hold me a hoe. So Damon Island's a sucker. That's all I'm saying, Rich.
If your brother Aaron, that's hard for him. Ooh. The nasty man.
All right.
What to say, Rich? He been hurt ever since then. He ain't got
paid. Man. His brother, I'm telling you, it's hard being with that nigga brother was a motherfucker, dog. You listen to some podcasts about it. His brother was a motherfucker. Teddy Riley tell you that.
But Kinfolk, you gotta admit, but then I get what you're saying though. Everybody can't handle that, Rich. Where we from, Rich, that was a part of the game.
Hey, he had to learn.
Yeah, we figured that shit out quick.
Shit, that happened.
Yeah,
Jermaine married his little Randy wife. He took his brother girl and married her. Them niggas do that. That shit happened.
That's how you had to learn. I mean, shit, I got my feelings a couple of times. Like, man.
Yeah. All right, so we're gonna go to the next subject, man. That was good shit. All right, man, I found this one interesting, man. I really want to get y'all thoughts on this, man.
I think
addressing Molly's point, and that there's issues within the Black community and a lack of accountability on both sides. If you're saying,
well, that's not what Molly was saying, though. Molly was saying that the Black man isn't accountable. So that's the problem.
But they are.
Said the Black
a lot of them are.
And a lot of Black men aren't.
You know what? You know why a lot of them are? You know why a lot of them aren't, Slimmy? Is because we spend the majority of our time talking about reparations and blaming white people for our problems, bro.
I don't talk about no damn reparations. Right? No, but look.
We sit here and we say that it's the system's fault while we get arrested. We sit here and say that it's other people's fault while we looked at the way that we looked at. That it's okay for us to wear dreads while we going into a fucking job interview. We do that all the time. And so it's two different issues. If you're talking about relationships, that's completely different than accountability when it comes to life circumstances.
I have a question. Is dreads is that like natural black people hair?
Not in listen, you go in
I
Rome,
agree with you, bro. That see, they get mad when you say that. Like,
in
I said
Rome, you do
don't
as
fuck
the
with
Romans
America
do.
with dreads. I say that shit all the time. People get mad at me. That's racist. No, it's true, man. They don't want you walking in with dreads in corporate America, bro. It's like not a good look.
So then I did a video where I told a young man, and he came in with these nappy ass dreads, and it went viral. Where I said, "Yo, you need to cut your hair if you want to actually get to the places that you want to get to, and you want to be respected as a person that want to level up in corporate America." He did, and then he started to immediately get results. He came back and he showed me the results, and he was looking fresh as hell. And people was feeling some type of way about that because they were saying, "Why should we have to change who we are, bitch? Because you're in America."
Yeah. And if you want to get to places like that, you have to acquiesce to that frame. Like, you want to go ahead and go up in corporate America, which is dominated not by black people, but by other people. You got to play the game, man. Like, and honestly, coming in with dreads is like, bro, what the fuck? I don't know. My personal opinion, I think it's
see it in the chat right now. Look at how they feeling some type of way.
Yeah, they mad.
Grow some hair.
They're mad.
They are look at them. They're in their emotions right now. They're exhibiting the exact behavior. They can't help themselves. They're exhibiting the exact behavior that you say that they don't do, Slimmy.
Yeah, they're getting mad right now, but it's true.
No, that's not what I said. No, I didn't say nothing about them talking about grow hair and none of that. I didn't say nothing about that. What I said was black women aren't accountable. Black men are held to account. We gotta get held to.
Agreed with you about the black women. That's what I'm saying. I'm not disagreeing with you.
That's not the sentiments that was said though.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm saying
okay, you aren't. But I was talking to Molly.
Hey guys, I'm going to take off real quick. But thank you for having me on the panel. But no, I agree with you 100% on the dread thing. And it's funny how people in the comment section are talking shit now. They're saying, "Oh, look, Anton, you bald." But what did you say that was a lie? You know what I mean? And it's funny because he went ahead and he moved up in the corporate ladder just off one tip. Just off one tip. Hey, man, cut your hair so you get taken seriously. But people don't understand that this whole stereotyping thing and people making assumptions, they're going to do that. So you got to mitigate that risk immediately, man. And unfortunately, when you come in with dreads, people are going to assume things and you might not even get the opportunity to open your mouth to disprove the stereotype. So why hurt yourself without even getting your foot in the door? You know what I mean? See,
all right, so that was a clip from my guy Anton Daniels show, and basically I clipped that part of it because I found that interesting with the lock thing. Is it okay if I speak on it first since I got locks?
Yeah,
go ahead.
I'm all in it.
Okay. So let me speak on this first. And mute your mics until you feel like you need to speak. Just unmute when you want to speak or whatever. So, but let me try to land this plane. First of all, I have nothing but respect for Anton. He's actually the first podcast that allowed me on his show. So shout out to Anton for that. So I'm forever thankful for that. But hey, I can disagree with you though. And that's the way it's gonna roll. One of the things that I do notice about Anton that I've seen consistently is, I'm not sure why, but Anton seems to not like guys with locks for some reason, locks and dreads. I've noticed a lot he speaks on that when it comes to it, or even when somebody comes on his panel, he'll kind of have a look at them, you know what I mean? Because they got locks or dreads. And it's a pattern, y'all know I'm psychological, so I'm going to pay attention to shit like that, right? So I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe he has hair bias because he's bald. You know what I'm saying? Just like, it's a fact. Let's be real. Not all guys who are considered short have Napoleon complex, but a lot of them do. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them do. Just like, for example, not all light-skinned men, but there are a certain number of light-skinned men that does have like the I'm hard complex because they think or feel like they gotta act extra hard because they're light-skinned, right? And then you have the female dark complexion issue. You know what I'm saying? Our flaws can give us self issues that we can pour out on people. But again, I can't confirm that. I'm just projecting. You know what I'm saying? And that projection can be wrong. But the thing that I want to first say is let me educate Anton. It's a difference between dreads and locks. Dreadlocks is a disrespectful term, first of all. Okay. And anybody who knows that, I know King knows that for sure. That's a disrespectful term. Dreadlocks is a racist term, right? And then in order to even be considered having dreads, which is the more respectable term, that's more of a sign of wisdom. That's an elder's term. That's something you call an elder. That has something to do with age and nothing to do with the hair. We have what's called locks or sister locks. These are sister locks. The dreads are matted. So another thing is I saw so much hypocrisy in that. So I guess I should come to work white. Because the last time I checked, white people come to work with their natural hair, don't they? They come to work with their natural hair, right? Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't do this to your hair or this or that for certain jobs, right? But if I'm going to a job where you don't tell them that they can't wear their hair, how you gonna tell me I can't wear my hair, my natural God-given growing hair? And we can take this shit all the way back to making black women perm their hair, right? So the Crown Act, which stands for Creating a Respectful and Open World for Natural Hair, this is a legislation that was created aimed to protect individuals from discrimination based on their natural hair texture and hairstyles, particularly those associated with Black culture, such as braids, locks, twists, and afros. So you can't, so when does it end, right? You see what I'm saying? So, okay, cut them braids, cut them locks. Okay, so what? Do you have a problem with afros too? Do you have a problem with twists too? Or maybe you just have a problem with people who have hair and yours don't grow no more. I mean, I'm being sarcastic, but I just think that's real. For a Black person to be defending that, such a racist connotation, which is something that was aimed to just minimize Black people from even working because they really didn't want them working in the first place because they wanted them to be in the fields.
I'm a butt in.
I just don't understand it. And for everybody that's watching, I ain't had locks that long. So let's not get this shit twisted. It ain't a bias. I had haircuts. You know what I'm saying? I just find it weird.
I'm a butt in. I'm gonna speak on it.
Okay.
I know I'm bald head right now, but I had dreads for 15 years. I mean, not cutting. I had long dreads. Yep. And it was an accident. I was going back and forth to New York, and they didn't do cornrows. They did twists, braids, and they ended up turning locks. So that was that. But this is where I'm at as a grown man. If you don't have your own situation and you're going to play ball on their field, we can't change their rules. That's their rules. I know that's wrong. And I know that's wrong, but we're going to have to create ourselves, or we're going to have to go by the rules. That's what I learned. Because it's like saying we don't serve black people and you still want food from that. Why I want to eat what somebody don't want to serve me? That don't make sense. I'm not going to make you sell me no food that you're going to spit in and piss in. I'm cool with that. You see what I'm trying to say? So I'm saying if I got long hair and I know I want to be quote unquote this job, and it calls for me to cut my hair, either I'm gonna find a job where I can keep my hair, or I'm gonna cut my hair, because I don't have a system that I can change that with. I know it ain't right, but it's their system, man. It's their world. And I'm not saying just lay down and die, but pick your fights. If that's where your fight want to be with some hair, go ahead with it. I have a son that got dreads. And,
gotcha. Now, I agree with you, Rich. I don't
I'm coming in. I'm almost about to land.
Go ahead.
I have a son that have dreads, and I think it was
dreads
still
or locks, because
locks. I'm saying locks, but I'm just dreadlocks. The people gonna call them what they want, but I'm just saying right now, them YNs, and when we had that flood and the New Orleans boys came, no disrespect, love my New Orleans people, they came, they made it bad, and they put a stereotype on it. The white man not tripping. It was a bunch of niggas did a bunch of bullshit with dreads. So you're gonna be stigmatized with the hair now.
But
you know what I'm saying? It's just and that's not a good thing.
Hear how that sounds.
That's just what they do. That's the game they play. They find out what we do, and then they make it a crime. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. And so let me get some pushback on it. First of all, I want to say this. You are totally, hold on, King. I'm gonna kind of go back and forth with him, and then I'm gonna let you go in. You are absolutely right when you say, hey, you got to play by their game, right? I get it. But you can't forget what they fucking original game was in the fucking first place. And think about what would have had, where we would not be if we continued to play by their game. They didn't want us here. They didn't want us free. Hold on. Hear me out. Let me let you go, King. Because I got some connotation to add to it. Did you know that there was a time where in corporate America, and again, it's going to prove your point too. It's going to prove you right too. You couldn't be bald. Why you think they all want toupees? It's a fact. Because it wasn't considered acceptable. That's a fact. Google it. I did my research. You got to remember, bald wasn't cool till Jordan made it cool. Think about this facts. So imagine if that's still that same stereotype was today. I don't think you niggas will be jumping to wear a goddamn toupee. So all I'm saying is this. We got this far by fighting shit that was used to keep us. You got to think stereotypes are created. We don't create the stereotype. It's given to us. We either adhere to it or we don't. We don't create it. It's given to us.
Ready for my pushback?
Nah, we got.
Go ahead, Quality. Go ahead.
Man. Hey, let me speak on this from a different aspect, because I feel like I think we've taken the topic and we went straight to the hair part of it, and I get it, and that's exactly what he said. But I'm finna take y'all down a different avenue, man. You know, I've had these gold teeth in my mouth since I was probably in about the 6th grade. I'm not going to even bullshit you, since I was in the 6th grade, man. So I've always been bald-headed, or what you would consider a low cut or whatever, to where it damn near looked at bald. And my shoulders have always been extremely big. I'm a football player. That's just what we is. That's how I'm built. Okay. So the narrative, when you guys say about people judging you by what you look like, man, you don't know how many times just me walking down the street, I done seen people clutching their purses and just because of what the fuck I look like. Just of what I look like. Now, let me tell you how you change that narrative right there. Because see, I hear the comments when we talking about you gotta to fit in their world. I ain't fitting in nobody's world. You will fit in mine, or we just ain't gonna blend. We just not gonna blend because I'm not fitting in yours, and you gonna have to adjust to mine. Now let me show you why that's gonna be. Every single person that I ever came into encounter with, when they first want to grab their clutch, whether it be a woman and want to grab her purse or whatever, thinking that, oh my God, da 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 da. You give me 5 fucking minutes with that woman, and I guarantee you she'll be ready to hand me her wallet. I am that nice of a person. I am that kind. And everything that you saw on the outside, everything you looked at right here, you feel real fucking stupid after you get through doing all that dumb shit. Because I am probably one of the nicest person. You could have given me your money, and I'll probably still give it back to you. I don't need your shit. I'm not taking nothing from nobody. I ain't got to. I ain't got to. But I'm not changing. My mama told me, bless her heart, y'all. She told me, baby, why don't you take them teeth out your mouth? You didn't have them for so long. I ain't changing the goddamn thing. I'm not changing a motherfucking thing. If they've been here this long, I'm not changing who I am.
That's where I was going, Quality. I was telling Rock that.
That was my whole point.
When I was saying about the
hair.
When I'm saying about the hair is,
the hair
it's bigger than that. I'm just gonna say this. If you have locks as a style, that's a choice, like a wave, like an afro, that's a style. But if you have dreadlocks or you have locks because you're a Rastafarian, I can feel your argument over the person who just have it as style. I don't want it. If I'm going to be a salesman at Macy's and they say you can't have dreads, that's what that job called for. The people that's hiring at the place of employment.
That's what they speaking. That's what they speaking to. That's what they speaking to. That's what they. That's a stereotype, bro.
Thank you.
Like they not gonna tell no white boy. They not gonna tell no white boy, a surfer white boy with long hair, hey, you gotta cut your hair. Fuck no. But
I believe they will.
With hair on his head to cut his work here.
They will tell that white person. They will tell him. They would tell him because guess what? He want that job and he gonna look just like he gonna look like what it takes to get the job.
Hold on, watch this.
He gonna take the job. He gonna get it.
Hold on, but watch this though. But if they want you to play a fucking thug, they'll let you have the locks though. Then
because that's what you need to play that position.
See
you see what I'm trying to say? Now it's a choice. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just saying it's a choice. You just have to figure what side you want to fight from and why.
I get him with
that. I'm just saying. You just picking your stance, you know.
Right.
I'm not. It's in the.
We know
it's a choice. It's a choice. He right.
Yes.
We know.
Yeah, and I agree. But here's my point, though. But what I'm saying is this. Just like Quality had said earlier, which is my whole point of my premise. The hair is the justification to not like me or hold me down. Yes. It's bigger than the fucking hair.
We know that.
Know me.
Get to know me.
Okay, so
know me before you judge me. Don't look like.
I get it. So my point is this. So why would I allow myself to bow down to cutting my locks when I know it's bigger than that?
You don't have to. That's your choice.
Okay, that's
your choice. You're not gonna get that job. Just know you're not gonna get that job. You just not gonna get that job. You're not gonna get that job.
Listen, Rick, this wasn't about you. We were talking about Anton and the words he spewed.
Hold on, right quick.
He didn't spew that. It was like he hates the locks. Why are you mad about another black man having black hair?
Can I tell you why, Rock? Y'all act like y'all don't understand. His gal got fucked by a nigga with some dreads. He got took by a nigga. That's not hard. He hates niggas with dreads.
Get your ass on,
niggas with dreads.
Always taking to some pimp shit.
I'm just saying. That's what it is. He hates niggas.
Wait a second.
That's the way. Hey.
In the comments, Hater said that he cut his hair, he cut his locks years ago for a job. He cut it.
See?
And they still did not give him the job.
Come on now.
They still did not give him the job.
I didn't say they were going to give it to you. I'm just telling you the game.
After all he done to get the job, he still did not get it.
Watch this. I'm going to tell you a story. When when they finally allowed blacks to vote, you want to know how they kept them from voting? They created bullshit where like you had to guess how many motherfucking marbles was in a jar.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Right. Can I say
Can
this,
you
right?
say,
Can I
can you
say
say that
this?
shit still today though? If you
Can I
got a
say
felony,
this?
you can't vote.
Let me help you out.
You feel me?
Why in the fuck we thought our vote counted anyway? What was we voting for?
But that ain't my point.
I know.
My
I'm saying.
point is, so
I'm just
why don't
saying.
we turn around
What's the
and justify
audacity?
and agree with the hard shit when we
This,
know it's
if
different
you
than
talking
that,
about a
it's bigger than
system, I want you to think about a system that had you as a slave and then turn around and say, I'm gonna let you vote. You think a rich motherfucker
That's a
gonna
part
let
of the problem.
you gonna
We
think
gotta stop
hold on.
basing our freedom
You
off what we was,
listen,
my nigga.
you think rich people gonna listen to
I'm gonna
poor
base my
people?
freedom off where I
You
was.
can't make they feel we can't make better choices for our life. So you think you're gonna
Look
pick
what
the
you doing,
president,
bitch.
you're gonna pick
So
this.
you gonna
They're not doing it. That's
So
it's
you
all
gonna base
you know.
your freedom off where you was?
What you mean?
Once
So
we became
just
free, we
because
should
I
have been
was
able
a
to vote.
slave, I'm supposed to accept the little freedom I got.
No, what I'm saying, when
That's
you
what
said
you're
vote,
saying.
you said vote. I say the voters don't. That don't
Because you
count.
said we couldn't even vote back then. I don't give a fuck.
I understand that. It's only one way to fix the problem, and that was and I hate to say this, YouTube land, but they just got to kill Whitey. You just got that's the only way. Charles Manson
No,
said
we
it.
ain't got this
That
problem.
but I'm just
I tell you
saying.
what, hold on.
I'm saying back then when it jumped off, you
Hold
should have
on.
fought like the Indians and
I'm gonna play it again. Hold on.
with a you
Hold
know what I'm
on.
trying to say. But when you went with the plan, we too many 100 years in now to say we
Okay.
renege.
All right, hold on. Mute your mic. Hold on. I'm gonna play this video again. Hold on.
Addressing Molly's point, and that there's issues within the black community and a lack of accountability on both sides. If you're saying,
well, that's not what Molly was saying, though. Molly was saying that the black man isn't accountable, so that's the problem.
But they
Who
are.
said the black
A lot of them aren't.
community? And a lot
Come
of
on, man.
black men are
And
not.
you know what? You know why a lot of them
man.
aren't. You know why a lot of them aren't, Slimmy? Is because we spend the majority of our time talking about reparations and blaming white people for our problems, bro.
I don't talk about no damn reparations, right? No, but look,
we sit here and we say that it's the system's fault while we get arrested. We sit here and say that it's other people's fault while we looked at the way that we looked at. That it's okay for us to wear dreads while we going into a fucking job interview.
So out of all the problems we got as black people, how the fuck is our hair the worst? Is the most important one. That's all I'm saying. We got a whole line of motherfucking problems that we got to be focused on. Our hair. Fuck
That
out of
sound
here,
like
man.
they came from a place of like self-hate. Like
It's
you
a
got a
person.
problem with the nigga, yeah. You got a problem with niggas
Can
with
I
hair.
ask y'all a question?
He got a problem with
Can I ask y'all a question? What do a well-groomed man look like? I just want to ask that question.
Yogi?
Anybody? What do a well-groomed man look like? I'm
Yogi?
asking.
Yogi, hey, look,
When you
hey,
say
look,
a well-groomed
hey, look.
guy, what's his hair? Do he
Hey,
have a
look.
beard, mustache?
Let us-
What
hey,
do
let-
you say about
let me
what is
answer.
a nice? What do they
Oh.
say is a nice-looking guy? What's acceptable?
We just said it. He said Yogi. I said me. Anybody else want to add?
Okay.
I think personally, every man on this panel is a well-groomed man.
Well-groomed.
It's about keeping yourself together, bro. You ain't out here looking raggedy, bro.
Thank you.
You gotta, no matter what hairdo you got, is edged up. If you bald headed, your shit clean shaved.
Let's play
beard lined up.
Let's play
You feel me?
hypothetical. If a white person say, "What do a black man look like?" What you think they gonna say?
We don't give a fuck what they say. We're gonna do us.
All right. If you asking for their job, we got to give a fuck. If we asking for their job, we got to give a fuck.
What a white man. Look, I don't give a fuck
If
what
we
a white
asking
man
for
think I'm
his
supposed to
job,
look like. Fuck him in
you
his
have
house,
to.
I'm gonna do me. If I'm
You
well
pose.
grown, go ahead. I'm listening.
When I
I'm
hear
just
that,
not gonna change my image.
I understand.
No.
You know, what this is, and I tell black folks this all the time because we feel that way, and I used to feel that way too. I just looked at it another way because
it's not about feeling, bro.
No, I'm saying when I say
feeling.
When I just say feelings, that's just the word I use for lack of not knowing enough English language to dialect myself better, right? But what I'm getting at is we feel that way, but it's like coming to my business and selling your work at my business, but you ain't stealing from me. But you can't sell at my business even if you ain't selling for me, because this is my business. What I mean is, if you come to my job, these are my rules. I'm not trying to combat with what you think you should look like or whatever. This is how you got to look when you work for me. And I don't see nothing wrong in that. So I just say, create your own job where you can keep your head and do what you want. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying. That's the side I'm thinking they own, not criticizing, because we take
I just showed the video twice.
I know, and I understand.
And I
Going
think,
in with dreads, looking crazy.
And I think it's well-paying jobs where you can be your fucking self and get. Why
Yes.
why I have to conform myself to a stereotype?
Look at me.
You know what I'm saying? Just to get it, man.
Yes.
Fuck that job.
Yo, I work for $1 billion corporation. Fuck we talking about, bro?
Listen, brother.
I'm just we want to work for them. I work for $1 billion company.
Rich ain't wrong with
I ain't gonna lie, Rich.
Rock,
I do
ain't
too.
wrong with saying.
And I come to this bitch just how I want to be dressed. Look how I want to look.
Can you tell him? I didn't say
I'll
nothing.
try to tell him. That's what I'm saying. Rich ain't wrong on what he's saying. And Rock, you ain't wrong on what you're saying. And
exactly.
Even the historical value of it. I'm federally recognized Native American. Like, we go through this all the time. Our hair, like, yeah, I'm bald right now, but I had long hair too. But there were certain jobs that I knew when I had the long hair, like, I'm going to either have to cut this or conform something if I want to get this. Yeah. It's not a fact of the matter of, like, we don't know the fight, but it's like, you got to pick your battle. Is it going to be the hair? Is it going to be reparations? Is it going to be education? Which one is going to be? But I think that it's sucks because it all stems to, like, assimilation.
Yeah. And you know,
assimilation.
Here's my challenge.
I can say this. I cut my dreads.
Rich is. I agree with what King said. We both right.
That's it.
Here's my pushback. Let me explain my pushback on it. My problem is this. I have a problem when another nigga that look like me. When another nigga that look like me co-sign the shit.
Yep.
Because you ain't gonna see no white man co-sign a nigga telling a white man how to look, dress, talk, or think.
Hey, Rock, I got a question. I got
you're not gonna see it.
I got a question to piggyback that. Now, I got a question to piggyback that. Rich, you said something about killing Whitey, right? How the fuck we gonna kill Whitey when we got our own people bagging Whitey the fuck up? Because that's basically what the man is saying. He have a problem with it, and he's a whole nigga.
We never needed to
he a whole nigga.
We don't need to kill Whitey. We never needed to kill Whitey. We don't need it.
They don't kill him.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's man.
Listen.
It's conversation.
Then you got that other whole. Then you got that whole ass nigga Myron.
Can I add
that?
He
got hair transplants.
Can I add this part in? Just coming from like a filmmaker point of view and in a casting sense. A dude with dread, and I know a lot of my dread guys are gonna hate me, but sometimes it does make it hard to cast when you have a guy that's dreadlock.
Yeah, because they gotta fit a role. I understand that.
You know, and I'm gonna tell you,
that's different. I
want to share one thing right quick.
I own a company, right? Like, for example, I own a company. I get it. If I have my rules and regulations, I get it. But my point is this: for a black man to tell another black man
we on the same page.
That's mind blowing to me. No,
I don't. Let me explain this.
What I'm saying is this: I'm not gonna tell a nigga with dreads, you need to cut your fucking hair, bro.
I got you.
You know what? Hold on, let me cook. I'm not gonna tell a nigga with dreads if you need to cut that shit off to get somewhere in the world if you want to do this. You know what I'm gonna tell that brother? I'm gonna say, hey, I like those locks, bro. I say, hey man, good luck with what you do. I ain't gonna sit here downside. Listen to what I'm saying, bro. Let's fucking be
You
real.
right. I'm with you, Rock.
Like
You preaching to the choir. We understand.
Locks in.
But he gave
It's 2025.
Listen.
You can have
Listen.
in their face. You can have tattoos all over your body.
Yes. Yes. We know. I'm gonna say this. I was faced with that decision. That's why I got rid of my locks. I got in trouble and I went to court. My lawyer looked me in my face and said, the difference between 5 and 10 years is you cutting that shit off your head. He told me that in my face. And then, you know, I was gonna be an idiot and say, man,
I think you're missing the point.
I'm not.
Nigga.
What is wrong with him, man? He needs some medicine. I'm just telling a story about me making a story. I know your point. I'm with y'all point.
You talking about facing a death penalty or some shit, nigga. We talking about a damn job.
I get Rich's point though.
I'm saying I was faced with a decision. I was faced with a motherfucking decision.
Yeah.
I could have kept my hair and been a man, and when you go in prison, they still gonna cut your hair. Or I could cut it off, and guess what? I cut it off, and I didn't get nothing. I didn't get.
You gotta cut your hair off when you go to the military. I'm not gonna argue that.
No, I wasn't arguing that. I didn't say that, dog. I'm just saying that was a real 15 years of hair. I cut. 15 years of hair I cut for 6 months to be free. And I didn't have to. I'm saying I didn't have to.
Do with the fact that you got a black man hating on another nigga hair. That's weird to me.
That's a different conversation.
That's the conversation we having. That's the conversation we having, bro.
I ain't post no video with a nigga facing 15 years.
When in Rome.
That's what I'm talking about. You have to.
And then the other part you talking about is, yes, has Anton Daniel showed more coonerage? Yes. Does he placate to his white audience?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Foundation.
That's exactly why he said what he said. Because that's exactly what the culture that keeps it hard for us to go in for regular hair and regular whatever is coming from that culture. It's that it ain't us.
Foundation of it all. Foundation of it all. Anton Daniels speaking on another man in his hair is just out of line, bro. That's
weird to me.
That's out of line.
Dr. Candace Matthews.
Why am I putting that much emphasis? Think about this, bro. How do I look telling 1 million black men with long hair they need to cut that bullshit?
If you're going down, you do.
Ain't no way you can write that, King.
If you're going down that corporate path, and that's what you feel you got to do to get the job.
I work in corporate.
Hey,
I know.
The world we in now is a little more acceptable long hair. But I grew up in a you didn't grow up in a world where if you had cornrows coming up, your mama said, hey, cut that shit and get you a job. I grew up in that world where them old folks say, cut that shit off your head and go get you a job.
We're not in that world no more. That's the same world that said, and if that happened, a black man will be president. We had one be president. What does that have to do with 2025? That video was in 2025.
I love Rock's energy. About it. Like, keep that fight because I believe that. I do believe it. I understand what Rich is saying. Rich is saying what's reality. But
yes,
I'm speaking reality. I work in corporate. My hair long than a motherfucker.
I know.
So what are we talking about? So what is he talking about? You cannot work in corporate with this hair.
You're an anomaly, man.
You only can go so far. You can only go so far. You can only go so far. You have a ceiling. You have a ceiling.
You're gonna have to become like a celebrity.
Wait, watch this. Watch this.
Don't say Jay-Z. Don't say Jay-Z. He's a billionaire. No. Don't say Jay-Z because he's a billionaire.
Quality.
You're gonna have to become a celebrity within
your
zone.
Watch this. Quality. How much higher is a fucking ceiling with a nigga with a haircut and a nigga with locks?
Huh?
In my opinion,
it ain't that much. What, right? This? A fucking, what, an inch? What are we talking about? How many black billionaires is it?
That's what I'm asking you.
You really think hair plays a fucking part in that? It's 7 black billionaires on a fucking set.
Certain rules.
Yeah.
There's
So what the fuck does hair do?
There's certain motherfucking suits you can't wear. That
Hey,
you ain't
I can tell you. I'm gonna tell you. Let me help you out. I knew a black man. Oh, I'm being honest, right quick. A black guy was he was at Nabisco and he was a plant manager, and the owner of Nabisco had a dinner.
Isolated incident, nigga.
No, god damn, you ain't let me finish. You don't even know what I'm talking about. They had a dinner. Yes, they had a dinner, man. They all sat down to dinner, and the CEO of Nabisco, his president was on the side of him, and this motherfucker was eating a salad with a dinner fork, and the CEO asked him about that, and he said he didn't see the problem with it. Do you know that fickle ass motherfucker fired him? Said you cannot run my company. Stop.
Hair,
I'm getting to it. Open your mind and quit just being combative. He fired this dude because he didn't know a fucking salad fork from a goddamn dinner fork. The black guy, I'm telling you, who told me this, he said, I didn't even eat because I didn't want to grab the wrong thing. He said I had to get a book and learn. He said on certain levels of shit, like I heard a billionaire say he don't trust a man to cheat on his wife. You can't work it for him if you cheat on your wife. See, it's just crazy shit like that. So it's not far-fetched to believe that hair would stop you. It's not that far-fetched. Because if black skin can stop you, I know damn so some hair, some teeth, some tattoos,
you just
some clothes.
Proved my point.
All that can stop you.
You still black, nigga.
I'm not knocking that.
So what are we doing?
Okay. If you want to play the game, you got to play that game. You can't change that game.
Working corporate. So what's the fucking problem? What is he talking? I'm just being real. I'm a living fucking witness. And I'm not an anomaly. I'm not the only employee with life.
You're an isolated living witness.
Isolated.
Oh my God. So I guess wait a minute. So everybody with locks unemployed and just in the gutter. Don't have
no, they ain't got no corporate CEO job. They're not corporate, they're not CEO, they're not in the face of nobody's business.
Okay, all right.
They're not gonna let you be in front of their business. That's just white folks.
Look it up.
That's just white folks. It's called corporate for a reason, a corporate look. It's a reason. Them funny ass suits and that, man. Like being a cop, you can't have a beard and all this. You gotta shave. It's just something. It's just jobs, dude. It's just jobs, man. It's just quiet. If you don't want that shit, you ain't worried about it.
If you find one, they're gonna be somebody who is self-independent.
Don't try to make
That's it. If you're a free man, you can do that. If you're a free man, you can do that. If you're not a free man, you can't do it.
There you go. But
this shit is crazy, bro.
No, Yogi, you can't be out like that, yo.
Hey, man.
Bro.
Say. I feel this is my thing, and I know it ain't gonna be this way because it's what y'all want to say, the corporate, all that, whatever. But I'm on this one here, and this is gonna always be the way I'm gonna think. And if you're not on this way of thinking, then I'm probably just not gonna be able to do whatever it is we're trying to do, despite whatever it is. I would not value any type of money or anything like that over me. I am who I am. So now, but this is where I feel like we should end this one as far as this particular thing. If the person is capable of doing the job, I do not give a fuck what he wears, what he eats with, what he looks like, what his hair looks like, what many gold teeth he got, how black this motherfucker is, how white this motherfucker is, how slanted his eyes are, how big his fucking feet are, how little her hands are, the color she wear her hair. I don't give a green. This is green, purple. Oh, I don't give a fuck. Can you do the fucking job?
Thank you. Quality. This the same. Wait a minute. This is the same fucking racist country that wouldn't let black people even be police. So we gonna sit here and justify these motherfuckers, justify that bullshit Anton said talking about locks. We used to couldn't be cops, nigga. Now it's a bunch of these motherfuckers.
if we wouldn't change, and they would have to accept what we are. See, that's part of the problem right there. Okay, we can't have it. Okay, well then I'll change.
Yeah, we gonna ban
fuck that, man. Don't change. And at some point, they're going to need you no matter what. They can't find nobody else to do it.
It was a time where you couldn't even have a tattoo to work on a job, let alone corporate. Nigga, they got niggas in corporate with sleeves.
And Rich, I agree with what you're saying. I don't want you to think
I do
I'm
too,
disagreeing
I
with
do.
you.
I do agree.
I agree with what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, Rich. You are 100% right. And some people, they will change. Sometimes when you made the analogy about you having to cut your hair for jail, yeah, man, that's a whole fucking different. I'm gonna cut mine too.
No. That was what I'm saying is what I'm getting y'all to see. I grew that for 15 years. I love my hair. That was 15 years.
15
you know what I'm saying? And he didn't say, listen.
You let it go for your freedom.
No, but listen, that was a choice. I didn't have to cut it.
Right.
And I could have went in front of them people and still got the same 6 months and went on by my life. I never know.
Never know.
But the fear of white people looking at me a certain way, and you believe this or not, when I did step in front of the judge, he said, you cut your hair.
But
that's his first. His first comment to me was, you cut your hair. And you know the black lawyer told me, he said, you showed him that you are changed and you willing to. I said, and cut my hair. He said, yeah. He said, that what you paying me $7,000 for to tell you the truth. I said, okay. And it got me 6 months. I was cool. But again, I was mad about my hair.
Facing prison time, nigga.
Listen what I'm telling you. I don't care what I was facing. I'm telling you, I was not scared. That prison time was not scaring me enough to cut my hair. That was more of a business decision to get back to my family.
See, nigga, and then goddamn lie, nigga.
I was scared. Nah, I had been the catch about it is I had been.
You
I hate to say it,
but hey, you acting like David Hall.
Fellas. I'm 55. By the time I'm telling you, by the time I'm telling y'all this story, I had been 3 times. So I was more aggravated that I had to go back. That's why I'm saying I was in rebellion. It wasn't a gray area like I was scared like the first time.
Listen,
I had been 3 times. This was my 4th. I'm like, God, damn. You know what I'm saying? Because I grew the hair to show that I wasn't in prison. Because they cut your hair when you go to prison. So that's why when they pulled me over, I would have long hair to show I've been a free man.
We get it, Nick.
No, I was just,
Look. I remember when I had worked at I went filled out an application at a job at Crow. I was staying with my mama, young man. They told me when I went to the interview, you want to know what it was a mean racist white lady. You want to know what she told me, King and Yoga Yo? She said she was mean as fuck. She really didn't want to hire me, bro, because I was black. So from the jump, she didn't want to hire me. It was because I was black. But you know what she needed? She was looking for reasons to not even hire me. So she was asking very negative and redundant questions. And I still answered them with professional quality, told I had experience and everything, right? And you want to know what she told me at the end of the day?
You ain't qualified.
Nah. You need to cut your hair. Those cornrows, that's not allowed here. You can't work here. You want to know what I did? And see, this is where I stand with quality when I say sometimes you got to fucking stand on shit, nigga. You know what I did? I looked around and I seen one of the white boys that worked it there. Guess what? The nigga had rock and roll hair and had different color streaks in his head. I said, so ma'am, you mean to tell me I gotta cut my cornrows off that are neat and nice, and I ain't even have facial hair. I said, but he can walk around here with that. You know what I told her? I said, you know what, ma'am? I don't want your job. And I went and told my mama, crying. My mama hugged me. She said, son, I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Stand for something.
Yeah, stand for something sometime, dog.
Or you gonna fall for any motherfucking thing.
See, that's what you cornbread eating ass Negroes think that just because somebody is willing to understand the game or be in wrong when they need to be in wrong, that you ain't gonna stand your ground. Like that.
That's not standing your ground.
You gotta pick your battle.
He
Like,
probably wasn't gonna hire me anyway, niggas.
yeah, I mean,
Hey,
yeah, that's different.
hey,
Yeah, that's a
hey,
that's
look.
yeah.
Hey man, look, a nigga gonna sit up here and play that.
You ran into a bigot. You ran into a bigot.
Hey, a nigga gonna play that role until I realize some shit ain't going. Then I'm gonna show the full nigga. Bitch, fuck you. Fuck
Well,
that
of
bitch.
course.
Fuck that
Of
bitch
course.
over there. Fuck you.
Sometimes you got to stand on business. But again, my bigger problem is
I agree.
We worried about a hair as an enemy to ourselves when that's far from our problem. That's the least of our problems. That should be the last thing we should be concerned about. Can you read a boy with 4th grade education?
Right. Is it a world
Hold on. Do you have a trade? Can you go to college? Are you skilled in this? Then you worry about the goddamn hair, because at the end of the day, you still this.
This our biggest problem right here.
These Mexicans illegals and shit. What you?
This the biggest issue,
on, bro.
Rock,
this
can
the
I ask you a
biggest
question?
issue.
I want to ask
This the
Rock a
biggest
question.
issue, bro.
Since Rock is the
Thank
most
you.
vocal, I want to ask you a question, Rock. One question: is there a world that we live in where he's
What's a
just
fucking coyote?
I'm just asking: is it a world that we can live in where he's just saying, as a black man, when you want these corporate jobs, cut your hair because they're not gonna get you in,
Him
and not
saying that
stop.
you have
Listen,
to cut
I'm
your
trying to
hair
ask you a
for
question.
a corporate job is him justifying that he don't like niggas with braids because he don't want to look stupid.
If you're gonna keep talking, you're gonna always win and be the loudest. I was asking a question, and it's just a opinion to anybody on the panel. I'm just asking: is it a world where a black man could just say, in his opinion, cutting your hair will get you a corporate job over leaving it hanging and
He
coming
didn't
in
say
there
it
like
in that manner.
I didn't say he
Play the
did. I'm
video
asking:
again.
is there a world where that's not hate and that's just him giving his advice? I'm saying, is there a world that exists?
bad
Now, I'm not
advice.
saying.
It's
I'm not
bad
saying it's
advice.
bad advice or good. I'm just saying,
That's
is it
just
a
him
world
giving
where
his
it's not
advice.
hate,
I get
where it's
you.
not hate, and it's just him saying,
Yeah.
"Hey, cut
Yeah,
your
I
hair if
get
you
it.
want that." I'm saying, is that world where that
Yes.
exists,
Yes.
or it's got to
I
be
don't
hate?
agree. You can sit there and try to play silicone with your words, nigga. I don't fucking agree.
I agree. I agree.
I don't agree. We ain't get this far for doing that bullshit, bro. We ain't get this far kissing ass.
Yeah.
We didn't. I'm sorry.
I
don't think that's what he's saying, though. I don't think that's what he's saying.
I get you.
I'm saying what I'm saying. I ain't saying that's what he's saying. All I know is I played that fucking video twice. How can we not sit there and see that it's something personal with that man's disagreement with black men with hate?
Because I get your angst, but there is an awful big fucking gray area field of where there's lazy niggas taking advantage of. I don't have to comb my head.
Now you're going to a grooming thing. We ain't say dirty.
I got a question though. I got a
Nigga,
question though. Don't we sit?
Get a haircut.
Don't we sit on this podcast and get on niggas' asses that pander to women? Ain't this the same fucking thing?
Same shit.
It's a nigga sitting up here trying to. We get on niggas' asses for pandering to females, right? My nigga Rich runs them. Listen. Rich runs them niggas down to the ground, right? But then this nigga's doing the same fucking thing, just in a different way. It's the same as fucking pandering towards women.
I get it.
What are we talking about?
I'm just asking, listen. Y'all are right to do pandering, all that. But it is a world where you have to cut your hair. Let me ask you this, Yogi. Let me ask you this. Let me ask you this. You have your job.
This shit crazy.
And I'm right here. And I say, hey, bro, get me in. And you say, I bet. And I go there with my hair all over my head, looking like I just came off the corner.
See, here we go.
I'm at no.
Rock, let him finish. Rock, let him finish. Rock, let him finish. Let him finish. Go ahead, Rich. I'm listening.
Cut it out, Rock. And I come in there, and I'm looking like I just came off the street, but I feel this the way I need to come in and do the job. And then they tell you, say, man, your boy came in here, say,
You want my honest answer?
Or you gonna say, hey man, they be tripping. You need to kind of share your bit. What you gonna say?
You a grown ass man. You come in how you want to. If you want the job, you
okay.
gonna do what you gotta do.
I'm cool. Hey,
I got my job.
But look, but hold on, Yogi. Let's be real. Now, we all heard the example that he just used, right? Watch this. Hold on, let me finish. Because I'm gonna fuck you up.
No, you're not.
No.
That ain't got nothing to do with me. I just give a scenario. That's a scenario.
What you're saying is that's my point.
I don't believe none of that shit.
What you're saying is that basically you're connecting niggas with dreads to being unclean. See, that's my fucking point, nigga.
Huh?
Hey, Rich. Hey,
What did
Rich.
he say about?
Threw his elbow out.
He tripped out.
My point. And this is my point. See, think about it. We're subconsciously connecting a nigga with locks as unclean. See, we get fed the same stereotype and believe the same shit the motherfucking teachers.
There they go.
Hey, but hey, I got a question. I got a question. Rich.
I'm confused. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
The scenario that you use where you say the guy came in, right? And his hair all over his head and all that.
Yeah.
Okay. The kicker to me is this right here to where it fucks me up that we don't see this. Can that guy do the job?
But
it's a question. It's a question. It's a yes or no. No, y'all. Give me. I need one answer right quick. Yes or no. Can the guy do the job?
I don't know, because you're not gonna get past it if you look a certain way. You're not going to get to the test.
That's your own. Give me a second.
No, I'm saying the white person gonna do that, not me.
Let me land this plane. Let me land my plane.
Come on. I'm riding with you.
Wow. If this guy came to my office and I literally spent this much time with him and I like him enough to where I'm willing to give him an opportunity. Only if I'll give him that opportunity is if he cut his hair or if he looks a certain way. Then I have already fucked myself off for my initial need. I need a guy to do the job. I don't give a fuck if he's dirty. I don't care. Can you do the job?
You're running a private academy. And that's what this is about. What do you do?
This is my point.
Can he do the job?
Yogi,
if he can do the job, I don't care. Now, once
I start a nigga with locks, the dirt that's connecting it to dirtiness, uncleanliness. The last time I checked, a bald nigga can be dirty or unclean. A nigga with a haircut can be dirty or unclean. Y'all not even listening to yourself.
Dirty and not clean. Dirty and not clean.
Dirty and unclean.
Dirty and not clean is a matter of not washing your ass, man.
You have long hair. You don't mean you dirty.
Can I ask you a crazy? Can I ask you one? I just want to say something, and this gonna take 2 seconds. Hey y'all, I just want to say this.
You connected locks to unclean and dirty. A nigga with fade, braids, bald, they can be dirty and unclean.
King, Quality, and Yogi. I hope y'all understood that I'm not saying that's me or that. I'm saying if a guy was to come that you said to your boss man that this is my guy, he need a job, and I come to work clean shaven and looking a certain way every day. When that white guy go in there, he gonna expect that you are a reflection of that guy. He's not looking for
with locks.
Excuse me. If he come in with locks and wild hair, I guarantee you.
Why locks gotta be wild hair? So look how you're negatizing it.
I don't know what to say.
I'm not gonna lie to you.
I'm like, I don't know.
Rich,
I'm just saying.
Rich,
and listen, I don't care how the hair is. I'm just painting a picture of a white person seeing this black guy and what he gonna say. I don't have a dog in the fight.
I can answer this question.
Word for the guy if he can't see my value.
Listen, Quality. I'm finna piggyback on what your point is. Where I work, they don't give a fuck about none of that. They just care if you can do the motherfucking job.
Can you do the job?
Same.
It's motherfuckers out here with locks. This motherfuckers out here with twists, flat tops. This motherfuckers with afros. We out here to do a job. That's all these motherfuckers care about.
And when they get paid, Rodney, don't they go home and clean themselves up? Don't they look like nice regular people when they get home?
What does the leadership look like?
Who is Rodney?
What does the leadership look like? Who in the office, the glass office? What they look like?
We already know what they look like. They're not the topic of discussion here. We're
No,
talking about the niggas in the field.
No, that's what we've been saying. What did they look like? They clean.
It's only 7 black billionaires, King. So that kind of doesn't hold any weight because it's not the topic. We didn't say nothing about billionaires.
They don't have to be black. They can be any color. I'm just saying, what do they look like that's in the higher ups of that?
What you mean? They have all different type of hairstyles. You ever went to the Google plant? You ever went to the Google facility?
I'm just asking. When he said,
I'm telling you.
When y'all say y'all got all type of people looking whatever, however they want to, I'm just saying, who in the higher up? What do they look like?
They look white.
Here we go with the race.
No,
it's not even about the race.
Come on, King, because the majority of them are going to probably be white.
Rock brought the race in it. White is right. White is right.
They're gonna be white.
Hey, look. Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on. Hey, hold on. And I hate to personalize this shit. I promise I do, but I try to stay away from it. I'm gonna just tell you about where I work. There are black people that are higher ups in my job. These motherfuckers got hair. So they just give a fuck if you can do the job. That's all they care about.
Yeah.
No, I'm glad that is though. That is a beautiful thing.
That's what
but I work in a different type of industry. I don't work in corporate. I work in a different kind of industry where they don't give a fuck what you look like, nigga. Can you come out here and do this job?
But that's
trying to make some money. That's it.
Talking about Anton Daniels was talking about corporate world.
That's what I was talking about. Corporate.
I work in corporate.
You're one person. You're one person.
Nigga, I know what hundreds of niggas work in corporate for the companies with locks.
Rock, you happen to be light bright.
You got a ceiling.
Light bright.
You got a ceiling.
They're white. Light bright and cool.
Hold on. Watch this.
Cool.
Look, but look.
You have a ceiling.
Look how they pick and choose one of your ceilings. Nigga, this the ceiling. It ain't this, nigga. It's this.
Well, that hair,
it's not this.
This is the number one issue.
This is
Look, the man told the story. The man told the story about the Kroger situation where the lady already told a nigga that was not going to hire him, but she came up with an excuse in the fucking book not to hire him, and then his hair became one of the things. His number one issue when he walked up in the place was this, nigga. Wasn't nothing else. It was just the color of his skin.
Listen, y'all.
Close the conversation now. Let's end it.
This is it. Let's end it on a good note. Rock, I understand we have to fight, and we tired of just taking what the white man and them say what's right and what's wrong for us. I'm there with you, brother. But sometimes we got to get in and fight from the inside. And the only way you do that is fight his fight. And
so we're going to beat him with a haircut.
No, listen.
So we're going to beat him with a haircut. We're going to infiltrate. We're going to get on the inside. We're going to cut our hair and get on the DE.
We're going to beat him with a haircut. That's golden.
Hey, Rock, what you going to do? Hey, Rock, what you going to do, Rock?
We're going to beat the white man with a haircut.
Hey, Rock, what you gonna do, Rock?
These niggas say we gonna beat the white power structure with a haircut, with a fade, nigga.
I didn't say that.
I can't make
you have to get on the inside. And once you get on the inside and you infiltrate, now
what inside?
I understand what he's saying.
I don't at all.
Guess what? I won't holler at the nigga with the dreads.
If that was the case, we would have been took over, fool. We've been giving haircuts for 60 years, nigga.
It's hard for us to get in that bitch to even do that, Rich.
Yo,
it's hard for us to
stop right now.
Y'all
saying that. Hey, I'm gonna ask King.
Hold on. Yo, check this out. Hold on,
check this out.
Hold on, check this out.
You think you're gonna get that with the dreads?
Hold on.
If it's hard to get a haircut,
name me a Black History moment where a nigga got somewhere with the white man or won a Nobel Peace Prize or some shit like that for a fucking haircut, nigga.
When he cut
all of it. What you talking about?
Hold on. You want to know how he got away yet? Like Quality said, because he could do the fucking job.
Nah.
Wow.
Where you think where you think the perm came from? All of that stuff. Everything.
I don't even. That's what I'm lost. I'm like,
I'm lost.
Hold on. The perm didn't get nobody into no high position. It got them the basic job. It was the ceiling steel. It was still a steel.
No, you're wrong. You wrong.
Did a perm get a motherfucker a special position?
It got him in the Coca-Cabana club. It got him in the Coca. Where all the Italians.
A perm.
This is insane.
But the blacks could perform there.
It was this they skill, not the perm.
Look, a perm got the Temptations in the Motown.
None of their simulation got them.
That's black on. Kinfolk, y'all, but hey, we'll disagree to disagree. We'll disagree.
I think a bunch of them niggas playing basketball need to cut their hair. Fuck that. Fucking out basketball, all that hair and that bullshit. And we going back to the kids grow their goddamn hair and thinking that's a style.
Sound like
dreadlocks is a religion.
Sound like Anton.
You don't need no
it's coming full circle.
You ain't no goddamn
full circle.
Oh my God.
You don't smoke no weed.
Full circle.
Fuck you got dreadlocks, but that ain't no style. That's a religion.
It's locks, nigga.
Fuck that. Conversation.
We're gonna talk about it right. Let's talk about it.
I believe in long hair.
I rest my case.
That's like a wig.
Rich just proved my point, y'all.
I don't even need to be in this conversation.
Rich just proved my point.
That's what I'm saying. If you're not Bob Marley or your last name ain't
indigenous,
you don't need it. I'm just saying, I do too. I do too.
God.
But
I'm just saying,
Rich
though, a lot of these niggas need to cut their hair. I'm just saying.
Some of these lazy niggas, they do need to cut. They need.
I'm telling you
again. Listen to what y'all saying.
Put the ball in the basket, Rich.
I'm saying the same.
You put the ball in the basket. I don't care what your ass.
But listen to what they're saying. Check this out. This is what's killing me. Hold on. This was killing me, y'all. This was killing me, yoga and quality. Hold on. They act like niggas with haircuts are just all the cleanest motherfuckers in the world. Like they can't stink, be dirty, or nappy, or look bad. Listen to y'all selves. No, that's the way y'all project it.
So you gotta start somewhere. You gotta be intentional about something.
Look,
this is crazy. This is crazy.
I keep me a tape of fade, and I ain't no funky nigga. My hygiene is up to par.
Thank you. What does your hair? Your hair has nothing to do with being a dirty nigga or a clean nigga.
Dirty or clean nigga just based on washing your ass, man.
Thank you.
That's it right there.
And we talking, and we really having we had a real strong discussion on this. But do y'all know how far this discussion goes?
Yeah,
back?
it went all the way to.
I'm just saying, you know how far this go back. If they ain't solved it, I'm talking about this goes from college to work to school to high school to sports. Man. This is something that's tread across. So I understand the fight and the battle. I'm just saying, at some point, we got in the big three, wear your hair how you want. That's black man shit. He say he cool with it. If the white man say do this and you want that, you gotta.
But a little boy.
I'm not saying it's right.
A little boy can be a girl though. But a little boy can be a girl though.
And then what India Irie say? I am not my hair.
But a little boy can be a girl though.
That's what they feel.
At the 10 age of 12.
But our hair the problem.
Yeah.
But a little boy can be a girl, but our hair's the problem.
That's what they say. That's what they
say. We gotta do this then. When we say when in Rome, we gotta be when in Africa and Africa then.
Nigga, this is not Rome no more, nigga.
You gotta make your own.
This is the devil's corporate office, nigga. Everybody here, nigga. Ain't nobody from here, nigga.
You know what I'm saying? The culture.
But it don't feed the narrative.
We gotta make the culture acceptable for it.
What you mean the culture is acceptable? It's niggas like Anton and Rich that got a problem with niggas with locks.
It's not, man. It's not.
No, we don't. We just want better.
So now you taking what's not a norm where you're from, and you're making it that the blankets. Man, locks been motherfuckers been wearing locks for 1,000 years. What are you talking about?
It's not normality in Louisiana. It's not normality in Texas.
Yeah.
Nigga, they was wearing locks in Louisiana in the 80s, nigga. It's new in Texas.
Not at these schools.
They've been doing that shit in Florida forever. And they've been doing it in Africa for centuries.
Not at these schools. It's not normal at these schools. They not letting these kids do it. I'm fighting it myself. They not letting these kids do it.
And that's the fucking problem.
And I hate it because we do have the Crown Act, and they act like it don't.
And the parents will cut the kid hair and tell them to keep going. The parents is doing it. I'm telling you, the parents not gonna fight against that. They in the corporate world. You gotta understand, when you're in the corporate world, you gotta hey, walk that white line. Only the free niggas are gonna say and be rebellious and do this type of shit. If you're not free, I understand.
The conversation was, and it's crazy because the topic and even though it doesn't mean it couldn't go there, because we can all speak on every aspect of it, and I respect that. But my whole thing is the conversation is why is the black man so worried about another black man hair? That's weird to me. I'm a grown ass man. I don't need you worrying about my motherfucking hair, dog.
How about he just saying it and not out of hate? Can it be love?
I can't make Kimbo. I don't need you, nigga. What? I don't give a fuck about what you do to your bald head, nigga.
Damn.
If it was out of love, he'll speak
No,
like
it's
bald headed
not.
nigga.
What? Can I
If it was out of love,
would it be easier for
I don't care about your head, nigga. I'm grown.
Easier for you
Fuck
to
you
ignore
niggas'
him?
heads.
Would it be easier to
Fuck
ignore
what you
him?
do to your head, nigga.
To
I'm
worry about
grown.
what he care about with the hair? Why his opinion matter?
What are you talking about? It's a topic, nigga. What you mean? Everything we talk
it's
about
not
is
about.
opinion.
It's not, and it's not about his topic.
Opinion matter.
No.
Yeah,
I wasn't talking about that. I was talking about him. Why do his opinion matter on the subject?
It don't matter. It don't matter. It's just what he.
Talking about the guy that was speaking on the podcast, right?
Yeah.
Why does his opinion matter?
Yeah. Why does his opinion matter?
And I agree with you there. His opinion don't matter.
That's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
He's not the spokesman for that. You know, we don't
Right.
have to subscribe to that. I'm
just-
just saying, if you're gonna go in the white man world and you planning to change him, you're gonna have a tough fight.
But who's trying? It's not about trying to go into the white man world and change him. That's what I'm saying. It's the mindset going into anything. Like, why are we worried about what somebody think of our hair? Why are we worried about another grown ass man?
That's
hair?
what
I don't think.
that's what
And
they
then
gonna do.
I don't think it's about his.
When you,
I don't think it's about the opinion. I think it's about who it came from.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
That's what it
That was
is.
the whole point. What is a nigga doing? This shit is okay. Here's my thing.
he might
Watch
be seeking
this.
love though.
Hold on. Watch this. But we don't give a fuck about a white man hair though.
Why? He not black. We don't give
So
a
that's
fuck.
my point. Why are we worried about any man's hair besides our boys?
I understand that
And
too.
9
I
out
agree
of
with
10,
that.
a white man gonna stay a white man. He not gonna turn to nothing else.
Yeah.
So a nigga gonna turn to everything but a
Man.
nigga. That you don't have to worry about that.
The only thing
So
the white man was trying to turn into is a woman. And
yeah,
he
that's it. He not gonna do nothing else.
He already succeeded in that. So
Yeah. He gonna turn to a woman. He gonna try to lead the planet. Either one or two. That's what he gonna do.
Yeah, well, like I say, man,
as a black man,
I don't know, bro. It's like, and again, I ain't had this shit all my life. I had haircut half my life, if not more than that. So I'm not stuck on this. I've thought about cutting this shit many times. It's not a big deal. It doesn't make me. I make whatever I do to myself. But my whole point is that I don't like the fact that I say this all the time. We're becoming more and more, we starting to act more and more like the white man every year. And this is an example of it to me because we slowly have adopted their stereotypes and we inflict them on each other. That's why I'm like, why would he? Like, think about this. The subject in that video had nothing to do with hair. You seen how that nigga slid that shit in? It was on his mind. How in the fuck did us moving up in corporate cause this man to feel that our hair was important enough to say that's a part of the problem? Nigga, they ain't gonna let us, we not gonna move no further up in corporate no matter what the fuck we do to our hair. If we don't know enough to make them more money for their company, they give a fuck about you moving up.
we could have said that was the first two words he said.
Yeah,
We
that
talk
could have
about
been the first segment.
When he said, we talk
Hey,
about
I agree.
civil rights.
I agree with Rich, man. Dre had a nigga fuck this bitch.
You're not a Rastafarian.
Nah, he married, dog. He married.
Clyde.
Maybe his high school girlfriend, his middle school girlfriend.
Yeah, I'm telling you, somebody busted him up and he's
Somebody in his middle school
one more
girlfriend.
Florida ass nigga.
I got a feeling something gonna come out. I got a feeling he gonna have an Umar moment. I got a feeling he got a little. He might got a little snow bunny on the side somewhere.
Nah, man. That man happily married. Now, he's still my boy. Y'all leave him alone.
I don't know.
Nah,
don't mean he won't have that moment,
bro.
Don't
do my boy like that.
I like Anton too, but I'm gonna keep my own. He
might got him old pink toe. He might got old pink toe.
I think he got a little pink toe over
there. Anton, I don't agree with none of that shit now.
It won't surprise me.
I'm defending you now.
It won't surprise me.
It won't. He talked to him too.
You can be whatever you want to be, my brother.
Yeah, except Kaylin Jenner.
I'm not mad. I'm an equal opportunity employer. I have been an equal opportunity employer, so I'm not. I'm not mad about it. Hey,
what you like?
But on the serious tip though, if you're an athlete and you got long hair, your ability to make that team money and play your sport at its highest ability, your hair shouldn't have nothing to do with it. But if you are a lawyer and you come in and I'm fighting a trial for my life and you got dreadlocks, I don't care what the fuck you say. If you are motherfucking Johnny Cochran and Matlock mixed up together, that 12 jury gonna be looking at your ass.
I totally disagree.
I believe you. I believe you. I believe you.
I don't think a child in America should have to worry about what their hair look like as
they shouldn't.
Because the white
lawyer hair look like.
I don't think.
I'm just saying, if you're in a corporate America, you know, if that's the game you play, you should probably cut it. But if not, if your ability is, if you work in a skilled labor job like a welder or something, that ain't gonna.
Look here, we got to get out of here.
You gonna be in them people faces? It's gonna.
Man, I appreciate another good show, man. Again, man, Larry back and he's back in full motherfucking effect in this bitch.
Big flex. Fuck y'all talking about.
See?
Oh man. Hey, Rich, you coming back Wednesday?
Yeah, we'll be here Wednesday.
Please, we need you, baby. You giving this motherfucker your life.
I'll be Wednesday. I'm here.
All right, man. Again, I thank King Quality, Big Yogi, steady making this show what it is today. Don't forget to go check out Who, goddamn it.
Like and subscribe. This show right here. Like and subscribe now.
Absolutely.
Monday.
All right, we out, y'all.
Yeah.